No,
himself
I
out.
just
Pat sends in.
trying to get everything. Thanks. No, it's so I live in Albuquerque, so I'm less than 4 hours from the
I'm
the
here
border.
too, bro.
So seeing stuff going on for years. It's just the way I see it. I agree with Dusty. The whole thing with the raids and everything. Some of them haven't been warranted, and that shit sucks. As long as there's a warrant or anything, yeah, kick in the doors, get them out, send them back home. That's how I see it.
I think the bigger issue is that the way they're gearing up for this to be a permanent thing here in Kansas City, there's the ICE wants to put in a facility that would house 7,500 beds. That would be open in 2026. Now the city's fighting back against it. We don't want it here, but that implies that they're not planning on solving the problem. They're planning on continuing to fight the problem for a long time.
When you have tens of millions of cases to process,
didn't you see the DHS tweet?
It's going to take a long time.
No.
It said America after 100 million deportations. 100 million. The implications of that number are astounding.
Here?
That is pretty astounding.
What's the moral contention?
That's a ridiculous number.
My own personal papers affects my person. I don't want to be searched. That's the bottom line.
The moral contention is that this is inhumane treatment, probably of humans across the board, but also
how
the
violation of constitutional rights.
It's not just even if I just appeal to people's selfish nature, which is more powerful, I guess. Anyways, the implication is that this will not be just for illegals.
Well, but, okay, so let's go back. How is this this is a violation of constitutional rights?
I didn't say that.
If
I did.
Effigy did.
And I did.
Yeah, federal law enforcement can't just pick rando people on the street and walk up and say papers, please. Which is where we are. Christina literally said 2 days ago that American citizens will have to prove their citizenship.
You can't profile. You can profile.
Oh my God! Hold on. Is that where that? Because I remember we all had to get the star on our driver's license.
Real ID. Yes.
Yeah, I wonder if that is a big, because they started doing that years ago. I wonder if
when they come up and like this
is a bigger
crack, that's what they want is a real ID.
Right, but I'm wondering if this has been a slow implement, like the boiling frog kind of thing, by doing that. Jason, it says your devices aren't connected backstage, but also we still have a full panel, so somebody would have to go for you to get up here. Past, same to you, Chuck. I've got Jason and Chuck backstage. If anybody wants to get them on, you got to boot somebody off. Past, sending in lots of love. Member for 7 months over here on the Gauntlet. Real one, family, and respect. We love you too, Past. I'm so glad to be back. Jason sends in another 5, says, I'm not a debater. I'm a businessman. Maybe you know what you are, maybe know what you are talking about, Anne. Anne, you're more than welcome to respond.
I'll respond when you can fix your punctuation, bro.
That is a weak sauce response. This is your first.
I don't know what you're saying.
Get in there and swing with your sticks. You tried to hit me with them, but I'm the easiest guy on earth to get along with. Just get some.
I really look. I've seen the comments. I'm a little bit too aggro, so I'm trying to pull it back. I'm very responsive. So, I mean, I really don't know what you're talking about, Jason. Super open.
It's
for
okay. We understand you're coming from caveman land.
Yeah, no.
I am in the basement, so.
But know this, right? So you are, and I said it earlier. You're emotionally attached to this because you you have people who are in this quote unquote fight on that side. So it's understandable.
So I would position this as I feel like I'm more informed, so when I hear a bunch of people who are uninformed, I actually do want to inform people on some greater context, because I do think that there is a whole activist prerogative to obfuscate the narrative here about saying, well, people are being disappeared or some bullshit.
I know when you call me stupid.
Being arrested, and then you're going to a place
when court
where you
orders have to force you to give people due process. Yeah, we can say that. So like you say, like they're getting due process. Yeah, we know they're getting due process now because a court had to order the Trump administration to give some of them due process.
Speaking of due process, Maryland sends 5 over on, I'm guessing, Flo's side, maybe, just to give you a crown, sir. And Carney, with his membership for 5 months, shout out to you, Mr. Carney. And Jason says, you really don't want this smoke, Ann.
Jason, for somebody that actually so didn't want to listen to me that he tried to vote me off, it sounds like you don't want my smoke. Okay.
Ooh, shots fired.
This sounds like a romance just starting, doesn't it?
I'm single, but anyway.
She threw that one out there. She threw that one out. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you the great Ms. Ann, who is single, ready to mingle. She's looking for maybe not Mr. Right, but possibly Mr. Right now. She's a conservative. She likes to have some fun. And she likes to argue a whole fucking lot, so you are not going to get any sleep with this one. And Jason has responded. Jason, let me know what you're doing. It looks like this is a boot. He says, yeah, she isn't ready. Jason, if that is a confirmed boot, we will give Ann her 2 minutes of talking time.
That is impressive.
But you know what, though? It's not a true Mater panel until you get booted for even Dusty's been booted off here before. So,
first time caller.
I'll come back now. You hear?
I will say you lasted a pretty long time, and being it's funny because you're conservative and Jason is as well. So I'm actually shocked. That he would.
He's so conservative, he doesn't want to listen to women.
It's that crucible smell. It's like crucible smell.
I feel like she came here with the intent of starting some shit, but she doesn't know who to poke with a stick yet to get good responses. So you just poke everybody, and she poked us.
Yeah,
this is true, but she did not. She did not, as Duck did, poke Mama. So she's safe there. She played it smart. All right, and here's the drill. Jason has sent a whopping $200. He is not messing around on this one. And here at Mater Nation, for a big 100, you can boot somebody for an entire night. However, if the chat really, 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 really likes you, they might pay to negate that 200. If so, they have to pay 200 to keep you here. So it is up to you to either plead to the chat, tell them to fuck off, or just use your final 2 minutes to say whatever piece you want to say. It's totally up to you.
Well, this has been a really exciting first time to ever be calling in. I'm really happy that I could sign into the Raging Tomato. I really was looking out for which one I should really kind of cut my teeth on. Pretty happy that I cut my teeth on here. I think I'm interesting. I think I'm spicy. I think I got a lot to learn, and I think I'm really amenable to what the audience wants to see from me. I'm going to continue to grow. I'm going to continue to learn from you guys, and I'm just so happy to be here. I have loved discussing all these kind of topics with you guys, and if you guys like me, then vote for me. if you don't, you're totally going to see me around. But it's going to hopefully come back with me coming back here. Yeah, that's all I got to say. I'm really appreciative of the time. I've learned a lot, and hopefully you guys have had a good time just kind of seeing a new different face and voice on the space. So that's
yes, absolutely.
Come back.
It definitely. Please do come back. I promise you, Jason won't boot you every time. Isn't that right, Jason? I think for being your first panel, most people come in on their first panel very quiet, shy, and timid and afraid to be vocal. And I'm really excited that you did none of that. You came in swinging at everyone but me, which is probably a good thing, right? But I look forward to many more panels. The boot is officially for the night, unless somebody could still come in later. So if you're still watching, somebody still could come in later and buy you back up. If so, they'd have to pay a full $200. But don't worry, Monday. It's only the boot for just tonight's show. So starting fresh tomorrow, we've got. You might be excited for the Democrat fraud. Admiral Gibbs could use your help, I'm sure. I think you'll have a good time with that one. And all of our lefties are going to come out swinging too. So definitely don't let this one boot stop you. Take it as a compliment.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. That is totally how I'm taking it. So
loosen up that pickle jar.
Jason, you'll see me again. You better bring more money.
Oh, shots fired. All right. Anne, I'm going to, did anybody else have anything kind to say to Anne on her way out?
Your mama.
It was nice to meet you, Anne.
Hey, good talking to you.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome. You guys are great.
If I was going to say anything, you aren't going nowhere.
You're not going anywhere.
All right.
In with the big 200 to say, shut up, Jason. Jason, make Sarah some dough. All right, let's keep the show rolling for now. Let me shout out. All right, tomatoes in the chat for both Jason and Tom Carpenter. Thank you so kindly for playing the fun game. And thank you, Anne, for being the target of my wallet. I do appreciate it. The Bratty Tomato appreciates it. Opie appreciates it. And Tomato Jr. as well. All right. So this is going to be fun. I'd be interested to see what happens going forward from here.
She's anti-boot.
Huh?
Suddenly she's anti-boot.
Yeah.
Fair enough. The fourth wise man sends in a big 10 and says, you lot are whacked. Your constitution means nothing when dealing in foreign affairs. Look up UN Resolution 1958, human civil liberties, because that's where the power comes from. Enjoy. Does anyone know what fourth wise man is referring to? And if so, do you have some thoughts on it?
Even as a liberal who supports the UN, yeah, this is the United States. They don't give a shit what the UN does.
Yeah, the problem is in the 2012 NDAA, they signed in where UN troops can enforce things on United States soil. And so I understand that they don't currently have the power to do so, but that's the whole play that's happening right now, is America is going to be the big bad evil. And really in this story, Russia is the good guys, and the world's going to turn on us. And at that point in time, this is a scary thing. Then
was Russia ever the good guy with a klepto king?
No, they're the one. They nationalized their money, kicked the World Bank out of their country. Gee, don't want to do that just a slight bit. Especially considering we're almost paying as much in interest right now as the 1990 entire budget.
Yeah, and Russia's doing so well, right? Their economy is not even like half the size of Great Britain.
Bank and then burnt every crop in their country to the ground, and then turned around and paying young families to go grow organically. And we're the ones bombing pipelines to stop them from supplying Europe with energy. That was your guy.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
He admitted to it.
gonna say that after everything now.
Yes.
Allegedly.
And Jason sent in 5 and said, and you just aren't worth the time or effort. Cry to Andrew for me. I think that might be it. I think because Jason
Smell.
definitely is very anti-Andrew at this point. And he used to be an Andrew fan until all of this mess happened. So you might come in with that, the cuckable stench, and they're not having it. But don't worry, I don't hold things against anyone who is a Crucible Crew person. You all are more welcome here, and I don't have any issue with this. So don't let it deter you. Jason's probably a little more butthurt than I am at this point about anyone. He's very, you know what? Let me put it to you this way. He's very protective at this point with people who come on our panels and enter our space. And I think that's a fair assessment because this is their space, right? This is their show. And so with everything that has happened, they're all very protective over me at this, and I don't blame them. He also says, find it interesting. Someone tried to come up as me and it wasn't me. I'm sick. Yeah, they are backstage. The name is Jason. And I don't know if it's got to be like a different Jason, but the Jason backstage, you will have to cam up and say hello to me back there before I can let you up. But oh, hold on. Oh, shit.
Pink hair, or red hair, or green hair, and a really dopey smile, like he's a really friendly guy.
He does not.
Canadian Jason.
Showing...
That's Tent's friend, Jason Gaudet.
It just says Jason for the authentication, or he's going by Orthodox Threesome back there. All right, so. And then Iotin.
What did you drag him with you, Ann?
Yeah. Iotin sends another 10 and says, I'm not rich like Jason or Tom, but I would like to humbly submit Win Ann.
All right.
The matriarchy's coming in. I'll count that as a credit to your name because I think that's might have been what she was trying to do. And then Chuck in Tennessee also gives you another $20 credit to your name and says insurance for the ladies. So you currently have $30 insurance to your name. But Jason Reeves over on the Buy Me a Coffee app sends in a big 100 and says, tell you what, she can go ride the Andrew train. Her sister's law degree isn't hers. Okay, now he sent 100, but that also you have a $30 credit, so it's only $70. So it's not a full boot. Now, what this is 70 minutes backstage. Now, somebody would have to come in and match that $70 to negate that, or you sit backstage for 70 minutes, or leave for the night and come back in 70 minutes, or however we want to do it. But you currently are not. Never mind.
You guys know that Jason takes direct offense to anyone thinking they have more money than him,
council.
Right?
He sends fucking Jason's cracking me up. All right, Jason says another 100, and he said, "Let's just make sure." Okay. So that's officially 100. No, 70. $170. So that is a full boot. So if anybody wants to match, it's got to be 170. And again, you get a full 2-minute timer to say whatever it is you want to say. At this point, I don't know if Jason's giving up. Actually, all right, Chuck sends in 20. That takes out the
I will go 30. And say
it's still
no worries,
a full
guys.
boot.
Look, this was very fun and very interesting. I racked up a bunch of money for Miss Sarah, and that's I'm appreciative of that because that was what I was hoping to do. And this is a very cool first dip in the water. You guys can let me bow out gracefully. I will be here again Appreciate anything you guys want to say about my performance and about what you guys think about me. Again, I am really new to this, so I'm really just responsive to feedback and stuff. So I thought this was super cool. I was very nervous about this, and everybody just made me kind of feel at ease, even if I got super aggro. And this is a super great learning lesson, and appreciative of the space, and I definitely want to be here again. So yeah, that's what I gotta say.
The crowd is definitely loving you.
I
That's
retract
for
calling you a
sure.
bitch.
I have a
Take that
tiny bit of a
Okay, Tom says, oh, wait, hold on. This actually negates the full boot. Okay, so Chuck sent in, hold on, because it still takes it down a notch. Okay, so we were
like
up
90,
to,
right?
yeah, we were up to 130, and then Chuck said, I'm trying, so that takes it down to 110. Now I'll count this since Tom's trying. I will count this towards it. He says, okay, I'll let you go, but nice to see a new lady, but I'll still count it. That takes it down to 90, right? 110 and then down to 90. And then Chuck sends another 20. That takes us down to 70. We're back at the original 70. All right. So it is still 70 minutes backstage, but it's not a full boot. So, and anybody could come in and continue contributing to knock off that time, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 50 minutes,
I'll be
whatever.
here.
Okay. So we're just for now, we're going to put you backstage. I'm going to set a timer for 70, but as that comes in, I can knock the time off. All right.
All right.
Hang tight. I
See you
have
in
hope
70,
for you,
y'all.
Ann. All right. I like Ann. She's fun. She's a good sport. And she's ready for it, guys. She's ready for it. We can't be upset at this. This is beautiful. All right.
You said she was interested to hear what we thought about her performance, and then you said we can't be upset at it. I feel conflicted.
You always feel conflicted.
We needed more right wingers. I was having to take that position too damn often.
Yeah, I'm not.
All right.
Either.
Chuck drops 35.
Half of it.
That's half of it. So we're down to 35 minutes.
All right. I'm trying to figure out how to work the internet.
Dude, my math is like, this is where it gets rough. And we'll go ahead and bring Chuck up for now, actually. Says, oh, Chuck, you have your picture.
Yes, ma'am.
Look at that. Oh my God, I love it. I'm so excited. Oh, okay. All right. Carpenter Tom says, I think you did the wrong math. I probably did. My brain hurts. Chuck, I'll leave it up to you because you took her spot. Now I can let you stay until
you can bring her back. You can bring her back.
See, such a gentleman. I love Chuck. All right. And you are back up. Now, hopefully, maybe if you're nice to Jason, maybe, or say something nice to him or something, maybe he won't put us through.
Disavow Andrew. Disavow.
Show him the power of the Panelverse.
I yield my spot to Chuck for a while.
Okay. That's such a gentlemanly thing to do. Thank you, Dusty. We like Chuck. Chuck's fun.
Wow.
All right, let's get the conversation moving while we still have the chance before Jason can push buttons. And and I'll go ahead and let you kick us off because why the hell not at this point? I think you've earned it.
I don't know. So what's the next topic that we're talking about?
Yeah, there we go.
Well, you're welcome to switch gears. I mean, I think you've kind of earned the ability tonight.
I will be honest. I am here to respond. I've been
fair enough. All right. Is there anybody that's got one that's hankering right now? If not, I can bring one up.
Bring up a grab bag.
Bring up a grab bag. All right, grab bag topic it is. Will congressional Republicans get their asses handed to them on a silver platter next November?
It would be this November. Yep.
Yeah.
It very well may.
Yeah,
Takes the magic 8-ball. All
See,
signs
here's
point to
the issue here. There is no incumbent at all. No one will be incumbent in this. If J.D. Vance runs, he'll be the closest thing we have to an incumbent. And
no, this isn't the
There's
presidential. That's
28. This is the midterm.
That's in 3 years. It's the midterms.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're definitely going to get their asses handed to them in the midterm because it's all secret.
I think I think they'll probably get their butts kicked in the midterms, but I don't think it's really going to assuage sort of like this conservative sort of drumbeat that is growing and getting momentum. So I think it's going to be a lot of posturing that isn't going to amount to a lot of things. I'm very interested to see what Mamdani does. I'm very interested to see sort of the outcome of some of these bills that are coming out of California. And there's a whole, conversation going around a whole exodus from California. A lot of businesses, a lot of people with money. So they may, do a sweep, but
out today. Newsom's taking a stance against Newsom today as he's pivoting towards center for his presidential run. Came out today and said that he's putting all his energy into shutting down the billionaire tax that they enacted to try and stop that exodus.
I don't think he's gonna. I don't think he's gonna accomplish that. Because first of all, a lot of stuff is polarizing. So if you're a leftist, you are throwing yourself if you have any sort of interest in leftism, and you're not just sort of like a moderate trying to figure your life out or whatever. You're throwing yourself into socialism, communism, so kind of thing. So he can probably bark as much as he wants. I think that billionaire tax is going to pass, particularly with Ro Khanna that keeps on like pretending that it's actually really smart to do. And he keeps on getting all these damn Twitter fights with people about it. So annoying. I think it's really interesting what Mamdani is going to do. I think it's going to be a complete fail. And I think these people just need their ass kicked a little bit longer before they understand that the Democrats actually don't have solutions for wealth and growth and prosperity.
I think Newsom has,
which is going to be great for JD. Awesome. So
Newsom has more. Vance is not electable. Don't pretend like he is. And Newsom's got way more power in California than what you imagine.
Going back to the topic, like historically in midterms, we often see seats shift towards the opposition party. So I don't think it's absurd to believe that you could see a shift in the House towards the Democrats. That's just usually how that happens at midterms.
Oh, you'd have to get the Senate. They'd have to win a hell of a lot of seats in the Senate to make it different.
Mm-hmm. I don't see it happening, but it's not impossible.
No, it's not. That's for sure.
I don't think it's going to be a big old blue wave or whatever they're predicting. Like it's not going to be massive, but there could be some small changes for sure.
Well, I just hate the fact that all these people are leaving California because they done screwed up Nashville because they're so democratic.
That's what I'm saying. That's part of this blue wave.
I don't know. I think Nashville's pretty cool.
People have moved en masse to different cities like Billings, Nashville, and changed the demographic of those cities and made them Democrat. That doesn't mean that the city itself changed. They just flooded it with jackasses.
What the hell is going on with? Is this as a picture, right?
Yeah. Is it? Are you sure?
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so too.
Stop
moving.
I'm almost there.
I'm like more concerned about the person in the video that is like what is going on with that. My apologies. I had to just briefly interrupt. And Tootie, thanks for stopping by tonight. She's going to make her exit. We love the ladies. I don't even care if you sit here and look pretty. You sit here and hold spots all night. And she's a lovely one. I like it, especially when she does her little roach thing. So shout out to you, Tootie.
Later, y'all. It was fun.
Bye.
Later.
Bye. So given the context, what do you think is going to be the biggest impetus and drive if you believe that it's going to be some sort of democratic shift? What do you think is going to most inform voters to vote Democrat? Because if for me, I think it's a lot of moral posturing that is nonsense. I think a lot of people are reacting to ICE. They're reacting to some sort of failed moral system that they're still trying to cling on to, where there
you go.
They put people on a hierarchy.
That's what they're voting for.
Determine that illegal brown people, even though they advocate for equality, they think that legal brown people are on the lowest rung of their internal hierarchy, and they're trying to morally posture for that.
I believe you just stated.
Allow me to interrupt, Clay. My apologies, but the fourth wise man sent a big 50 over on Benjamin's side. And he says, Benjamin and Christy, here's a late Christmas gift. Keep on keeping on. I'll jump back over at Sarah's for a bit. See you there. That was
Christy,
so thoughtful.
thank you too.
Thank you.
Oh, hold on. Let me get you on the big screen. Get you both up there. I love this. We have the cutest couples here who love us the most. Oh, it's just so cute.
Oh,
you guys
get a
did
room. Get a room.
Oh, we will later. I
We
promise.
got a whole house.
Yeah. no kids around. It's great.
Bow, 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 bow. All right, I apologize. I interrupted you on behalf of Benjamin. Go ahead.
No, that was great. That was awesome. No, I believe you named it there, Ann. It's this moral system that they're clinging on to, and it's really kind of funny because when we're sitting here, when we're talking about the actions that Trump's taking and the actions that the Republicans are taking, we're talking about a massive use of force, not just against people who aren't from this country, but people who are in this country, actual citizens.
How do you figure that, Brick?
Hold on, Chuck. Brick, can you back your mic up just a little bit? You're popping at us.
Am I? Okay. Apologize.
A little bit.
I apologize. I try to
turn your argon up
because it's. I don't have any of that stuff. It's just it's a rock band mic.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
So I try to have to be in between. But anyway, so what the right is doing is they're becoming very authoritarian, and so what the left is doing and what the centrists are doing is they're voting against that. They're voting against an authoritarian government. They're not voting for anything, just like the right's not voting for anything except for a lack of extreme liberalism. This is the way it works in politics.
Now. Yeah, ain't nobody got
So you're saying that they don't actually have a. So when they're fighting for illegals, they're not actually fighting for illegals. They're just fighting against the people that are trying to arrest them. I mean,
correct.
That's kind of what I find as a problem with these people. And look, it'd be one thing if they were.
That's where we agree with these people. You can't just be making up federal fucking agencies and come running around invading us and violating our Fourth Amendments, because every person that isn't illegal, they done violated his rights.
Correct.
Every time. Yes. Yep. Yes.
And for every one of those voters,
yes.
They're doing random roundups.
American citizen go through that process.
No.
They're snatching people before they even know.
There are statutes that allow, if you go into a building for one illegal, right? You got hey, I'm gonna go and round up, Jose Romero or whatever, but if he is
it gotta
in the
be
vicinity
Jose?
of
Why
a
can't it
bunch
be
of
John?
people that you can profile as potentially illegal, you actually have jurisdiction to go and actually, ask for the identification of everybody around that guy, which is what they've been doing. But now if we want to go and actually talk specifically about the Minnesota incident with Renee Good or whatever, I mean, they actually had a warrant to go and arrest, a couple of actual sexual offenders who were illegal, and they're getting caught up in this nonsense white liberal, crusade,
it sounds to me like somebody doesn't know how to drive. Sounds to me like somebody doesn't know how to drive.
And you don't have
doesn't know how to park. Like
no, somebody don't have to. If I have a destination,
lady to be against the federal government deciding they can suddenly break our Fourth Amendment and making up little things that
if I have a destination,
it's not that person it's not that person that's the problem. It's the rest of us. Not me, obviously.
Well,
I'm super white. Nobody's picking me up. But the other people of other shades of skin that are American also, it's a problem for them. And the Fourth Amendment protects them from the government doing that shit.
So how many have they picked up that way?
The conversation kind of shifted a little bit. I want to go back to the point of why it is that people are not going to vote for Republicans. It's because they don't want their rights violated. It's that simple.
There's probably a lot more people.
I think there's plenty of people that are going to vote for Republican. I just think they're going to be outnumbered by a bunch of virtue signaling people who are reacting to a narrative crafted by
hold on.
media.
Ant wanted to chime in on that. Ant, what were you saying?
Sorry, I lost it.
Oh, okay. I heard you say something.
Well, you're just a tiny little ant. That's all. I'm sorry.
I realize that you came in with specific bullets ready to fire at specific people, but here's where the problem is answer why it's okay for them to violate the Fourth Amendment on Americans. Why is that okay?
I didn't come in with points. I just came in with a perspective. You
came in with specific bullets. You were aiming them at whoever you thought they were
my
going to fit at.
perspective is informed by actual events that I can, point to. Yeah, it's
so I still want to know why it's okay for them to violate our Fourth Amendment rights.
How do you know that they're violating your Fourth Amendment rights?
Because if you're an American citizen, you have that right to not just be freaking snatched up. Even if they later find out you're cool, you have the right to not be snatched up. That's what the
First of all,
says.
Certainly people are detained unlawfully, and people are detained unlawfully because there is a relationship to power that you're going to either fight that power and potentially escalate that, or you're going to make a decision of, I will acquiesce to this unlawful power because I believe in a system that's going to correct this shit. And
that was the bootlicking ass shit I ever heard. Ever in my life.
Right? I operate as a woman.
Hey, holy fuck.
I cannot enforce.
Is there kiwi on your tongue?
I cannot enforce any level of power based on just the material reality of me being 5'1" and fucking weak as hell. Okay. So that's a reality that you have to acquiesce to if you care about your life, which is what this dumb bitch in Minnesota didn't think about doing.
That's absolutely disrespectful. She's dead.
That sucks.
Thank you.
Look, I pray for her.
Yeah, she's dead. Okay? She's not a dumb bitch. She's dead. She's done.
Well,
hey,
you can I want to know.
Hold on, Brick. That was not a very Christian approach to a conversation, young lady. What do you think your Orthodox
friends are? I will go to confession for it, dude.
Oh wow, that's lovely. I actually like that answer.
I'm not being disrespectful to you because you're living. Can you at least respect those who are dead? Can you? Because the person, you can't come back from
capable?
Dead.
Yes.
You can't come back from dead. Correct. She can't come up here and defend herself.
There was this one guy. I'm a guy.
No, you don't understand, Andy. She is dead. She's
Yeah,
gone.
we know that, Brick.
Her life is extinguished. She's not with us.
We know
She's a
that, Brick.
Parent.
How many different
Yeah,
ways can you say it,
You
Brick?
call yourself
And
a Christian?
question for you.
What is some piece of shit,
And
fucking devilish?
Do you think
satanic
Ashley Babbitt
bullshit?
should have gotten
You're
shot?
no Christian.
Yes, I think there was probable cause to shoot her in the face. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's so funny.
That
A person
surprises
is
me,
dead.
actually.
Well,
I don't think so.
I don't think
I'm
animated.
sorry.
I don't think she listened to actually what you said. So because she said specifically in the face, which is the chick from Minnesota.
Ashley Babbitt was shot also in the face.
Was she in the face? Holy Jesus!
I should have shot in the chest.
the three guys that was
Renee-
beating on the guy.
Renee was
Really?
shot in the
No,
face.
because
Her
people
name
who
is
actually
Renee,
shoot
by
people
the
for a
way.
living or
I
talk
don't know if you know
in
it.
their mask.
She actually has
Hold
a
on,
name.
hold on. Let me reset.
Her
You're
name
all
isn't dumb
talking
bitch. Her name is Renee.
at the same time. Sasquatch,
see,
you-
this
hold
is
on
the
a second.
obfuscation.
Pardon me for just a moment. Sasquatch, are you getting ready to head out, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Would you like to make your final thoughts to the
uh,
panel?
Sure, thank you. Caucasian Sasquatch, come like, comment, subscribe, or go away and leave me alone. Either way, that works. However it works. But I'm curious how it is that you can come in so offended about everything everyone says without actually having heard anything that anyone has talked about. You're brand new here. You didn't really listen to anybody talk about anything, and yet you come, shooting shots and swinging sticks. I get you want to make a splash. I respect the effort. I'm totally down for the content. Don't misunderstand me. But I'm curious, were you sent here or did you come willingly? And are you worried about anything anyone over there is going to think about you being here?
I was not sent here. Okay, this is not a psyop. Okay, honestly, I don't know a lot about you guys too much. I know a lot about Sarah and her moderating a lot of great debates. And so I came here because I don't know. I really found something of myself in Sarah, and I wanted to give her a little bit of a lift, and also give myself a lift, and just kind of starting out with a splash, I guess.
Yeah,
So,
first time on panels, rough. I don't care what you're doing.
I like it, Sasquatch.
Felt a little bit of herself in you. Was it your penis?
Whoa!
Oh my God.
That's
why
why.
the other side.
That's why he was holding it.
Are
That's
we,
why he was
Are
holding
we going for the
I
schniz?
was
We
gonna
going
break
for the
into some
schniz?
tears or something. Nope.
All right, I'm out. Y'all have
I had
fun.
the
Much-
tab muted. I didn't realize that I was back up. Did I hear schniz? The schniz.
That's what he was implying.
Good night, Sasquatch.
I personally lick schniz myself. I don't know.
Yeah, me too. I'm a big fan of it.
It's a lot better. It's a lot easier than opening pickle jars.
For sure.
Schniz helps your muscles. So if you eat more schniz, you can open those pickle jars, no problem.
Oh.
Maybe he's allergic. Maybe he's allergic to sniz.
I
think
don't
that might be a
know.
proof of discernment,
As the
Alexander.
fair sex, it's just so hard to open the jars.
Oh, goodness. Alexander, bring us back on topic. I know you have lots to say, sir. What you got for us tonight? And welcome back, my friend.
Hey, thank you. I guess I want to ask Anne. I realize you're okay with everything going on now, but let's say in like 4 years, the Democrats are doing the same thing with maybe ICE or a different group like FBI, and they seem to be targeting certain people. Are you going to be as charitable to them about how things are going, or do you think you might be a little more worried about your rights?
We'd have to codify that, okay? I was like, oh man, what if they went after the good guys instead of the bad guys? Those parameters matter, how we differentiate those things, and whether I believe it's the bad guys versus the good guys, that's really important. So you're going to have to provide some more context as to, what if, they did something you didn't like, Well, I mean, I guess.
Well, how about just a couple of years ago when it was when the FBI and the letter agencies coming after conservatives and under the guise of being legal? Was that cool? Because that's all this is just
no, again, but those are the parameters of me feeling like it's the parameters that is within law versus not within law. So if they were going after American citizens, I would probably have a problem with that, because I think that is materially different than going after
the FBI going after the school board.
When you go and detain somebody, you're not disappearing a person. You're not going after a person.
You're violating.
He's given us
hold on.
Naturalized.
Allow me to actually interrupt altogether, because Jason, don't worry, and you are safe. Jason sent in a big 50 to say, did the left respect Charlie Kirk? I don't remember that happening. Difference is no one's celebrating like the left did Kirk. And this was in reference to Anne, you talking about Renee.
Yep.
Effigy, you had something to chime in on?
Wait, hold on. That's total bullshit. I was just over at Emmett's where they're like,
yeah, when you're sitting there laughing about it, like, oh, it's so funny. Yeah, that's a dumb bitch. That's celebration.
The craziest thing, though, is like with Charlie Kirk, you're talking about a divisive, popular figure that millions of people knew about and knew who he was. This woman was just a random, lesbian, 37-year-old lesbian from Minnesota, right? Like, she was nobody. But like, people take it out of their time to be like, yeah, fuck that bitch. She deserved it.
And here I will go and again, it's all about contextualizing, right? What makes somebody righteous or not? What makes somebody,
which changes every time that the parties change.
Could I guys real quick? Sarah, your camera keeps going in and out of focus.
Yeah, getting fuzzy.
Out.
So the whole point then is understanding that every time the party changes, they go and use those same powers in a different manner on different people. Why the fuck would you ever let them have those powers? Any of them. Because that's the whole concept. It gets used on them, and then it gets used on us.
So if that's the argument, who the fuck cares? If that's the argument, then everybody's wrong and everybody's evil, and there's a ghost behind every fucking corner.
Illegal power.
No, hold on.
Jason added in to say she was a random member of Minnesota Ice Watch.
Yeah. So what do you guys think about that? I mean, again, the conservative context is that she was a degenerate woman that gave up her children to a man in another state, and then she ran around with some lesbo around the country to find a new. Again, this is the conservative.
You're justifying the killing.
No, I'm giving context. I'm not.
I'm telling you. Hold on.
That is not giving context.
Hold on.
Which doesn't matter. She doesn't matter at all. She's insignificant. She's a canary in the coal mine. The issue is that our humans' tribalistic nature is being weaponized against us, so we fight each other and then cheer on the removal of our rights. We need to look at these situations and ask ourselves, is this making me more or less safe? Not are those my people?
The canary in the coal mine is not an illegal immigrant. I'm sorry.
No, but it is a citizen who got shot.
So why are you willing to give up our rights for it?
Yeah.
Hold on. Can I ask you
because I don't think it's actually crossing our rights, because it's for an illegal immigrant, which I don't think has the same
You said it's okay that they violate the Fourth Amendment Constitution. You just said
going back on that. You haven't substantiated them at all. I'm sorry.
Unofficial number since I think I looked it up since 2015 or 2014. Unofficial number of people picked up by ICE is roughly 150 that are American citizens. Out of those, 20 of them were deported, and another 20 were warrants for something else. Now, I don't know what they did with the rest. It didn't say.
So how many of those were in the last year and a half?
I'm glad you brought that up, Chuck. So how many of those people did you fight for their rights to be protected?
I don't know the circumstances in which they were arrested.
None of them or all of them? Because they're all Americans, right? The ones that you called out are all Americans. You fought to have their rights protected, correct?
Yes, I did.
There you go. That's the problem.
This is why it matters how you do
What
something.
the hell is that? I paid taxes. I guess I really wanted America to go to Iraq. I mean, what kind of facilitation and acquiescence to whatever
the war
whatever
in Iraq
the
was
America
about war,
does
right?
based
Was
on
about
some
oil.
tangential
It was about
relationship
oil.
I
It
have
wasn't about protecting our
to
borders.
accepting
It's
it,
about
to
role
participating
play.
in it.
I wanted to open it back
back
up
on if you heard me,
to,
too.
pardon me for a moment. I wanted to open it back up to Alexander because I did interrupt him earlier, so I wanted to hand it back to you.
No, it's totally fine. I guess let's just let's back up for just a moment, okay? My problem isn't that they're detaining illegal immigrants or that they're sending people out of the country. They can do that all day long. That's their job, right? If you're illegal, sorry, that's what it is. But the problem is I guess in war you would call it collateral damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
How much collateral damage should we expect to happen given the way we're enforcing this, and how much collateral damage are we willing to allow? Because understand what we call collateral damage right now is incidental, whatever. People can use that to do bad things because they don't like you in the future. So
I would go and say that activists that are trying to enrage and engender a hatred of building tension against ICE is actually creating more collateral damage.
Sure.
They're trying to,
but they have a right to protest. They have a right to do this. This is like a fundamental freedom in the United States.
But they don't have a right to interfere with official action.
Right.
What's the penalty for that?
Execution.
Summary execution.
Peaceful protest.
Killed for protesting.
Interfering
with a cop.
No, she was shot for trying to run down officers, or at least.
Well, he stepped in front of the
Don't
car.
lie.
The only reason that you would step in front of the car of a woman who's not cooperating with you is to escalate the situation to where you can shoot them if they disobey.
She was already ordered out of the vehicle.
I know.
She had no business to start the
He was
engine at all.
videotaping the incident. Just happened where he was standing.
Fourth Wiseman comes in with a big 5, says, Anne, this lady deserves respect regardless of her circumstances. All fun to boot your disrespectful rot. All right, we're back at the boot. All right, that's 5.
Again.
Now, to boot,
I'm taking
ladies,
names. I'm going to say a rosary for everybody that's booting my ass, all right? You need God.
Whoa.
Did you say
rosaries in your ass?
Relax.
Did you say one for the woman that died?
So it is double to boot, ladies. It would be a total of $20 to boot in. So you got 5 towards it. You would need 15 more to get her backstage for 10 minutes. So if anybody wants to add on to that, you're more than welcome to. I'll add the $5 in.
So
okay.
I'm really curious for the people who are being so pro ICE right now. What is your line? What would be the event that would have to happen that would finally
understanding the justice system?
Why was he in front of the car?
The fences, because they were.
He was videotaping.
No, they were not
arrested. He was walking all the way around.
They ordered her out. They ordered her out.
Hold on.
Why would he move himself? I know they ordered her to get out. Why did he move in front of the car?
He was already in front of the car.
He was videotaping the car.
He walked around the car twice.
Why was he videotaping in front of the car?
It's the same reason as to why did she accelerate in front of a fucking ice cop?
Why are you victim blaming? Like,
wait, hold on. Wasn't she originally? Hold on a second. Wasn't she originally just blocking traffic and
yes, she was.
Yeah.
So, hold on a second, children. So maybe, Flo, to answer your question, maybe that's why he was in front of the car, because she was already just parked and sitting there blocking. It's not like she was a moving vehicle at the moment, and she was
he got in front while it
sideways.
was moving.
Okay,
I did watch the video. He actually rotated the car, and then when he came back around to the front of the car, he was making his way around the driver's side when his partner started to snatch on the door. That's when Renee decided to punch the gas because her girlfriend was telling her to punch the gas, but the officer dodged it. And here's the thing: he actually did hear the engine revving. He heard it going into drive, and then when he did
That's
that.
why he
No, I
pulled
won't.
his
I won't
pistol.
shut up. You shut up.
You know what he
No
heard.
play.
Rick.
You can watch the video and listen
Oh
to
my
it, stupid.
God.
If you don't
How else
watch
would
it
he
and
know
don't
to
wanna
pull his
listen to it,
gun?
I literally watched the whole video.
I'm still trying. Look,
I did.
I actually did all
How
the
else would he
research
know
on
to
the
pull
case
his
as well.
gun, Chuck?
Barnes versus
Hold on.
Felix, which is a very-
Let Tusty. I think you wanted to respond to that.
Ant, why did an officer put his body in front of a vehicle with a non-cooperative driver in it?
As I said, they were moving in to arrest her from both sides of the car. They actually had
we're going
two
to
other
arrest somebody.
ICE vehicles that came in to box her in. Right? There were,
Why did somebody make a mistake? Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Let me ask you this.
Like, what is this line of questioning, dude?
Don't ask me shit, Ant. I'm asking you. Why would an officer put his body in front of a vehicle with a non-cooperative occupant?
Why would he expect her to try and hit him with her vehicle?
Because
I'm not a mind reader. I'm not him. I cannot answer for him. All I can do is speculate.
Give me
I have a better question. Why would an officer who got dragged by a car not that long ago put himself in front of one?
It's a good question. It's not a better one, though.
That is actually a good question.
Barnes
Like,
versus
you-
Felix already ruled this. This
Shut
is a Supreme
the
Court
fuck
case.
up.
You
Somebody
fucking
drop Richard
retard.
going
Shut
at-
the fuck up.
Ant.
Pay me down so I can pay my way back up. Shut the fuck up
Look,
yourself. I've
and-
literally
and-
been trying to
Holy
say
shit.
officer
Someone's got their
created
panties
jeopardy.
in a
It's as
bind.
simple as that. It's officer created jeopardy. When the officer
it
puts
isn't.
himself into a
No.
dangerous situation, he
No, it
is
isn't.
absolutely.
No, he did not.
Here we go. This is exactly what we
None
need.
of this.
You and me. Look,
Trying to say
it's
it.
very
How is
simple.
it that I agree with you?
No,
Everyone
it's not.
pick up at the same time because you're not helping.
No, because you keep talking over me because I'm trying to point out to
Because
Ann.
you're trying to grandstand. Look at all
No,
my
I'm
knowledge.
literally
Let me lay
trying
out a
to
bunch of
point it
different
out to
things
Ann.
and demonstrate
You
that I'm
don't wanna
smart
hear
and I'm informed, but you don't sound smart. Or
Okay,
informed.
then what's the
You sound like a
case?
dumbass
What's the case
because you
law?
don't understand
What's
the
the
context of
precedent?
the
What's the
situation.
precedent? What's the precedent then?
There you go again. Trying
What's
to
the
show off your
precedent?
knowledge, but
No,
you
what's the
don't understand
precedent?
when it's appropriate to show
What's
off.
the
and when it's
precedent?
cumbersome.
We were doing just fine, and I was pointing things out to Ann that she was agreeing with before you got up here. How is it
I don't
now
care.
that you get up here all of a sudden
Doesn't
I'm
matter.
stupid? Because you're a
You're
retard.
stupid.
I know you get the retard pass. I get it too. But we have to work together to point it out to her.
How
Hey,
about this?
hold
then?
on.
When we were working together, if I've got him cornered in the line of questioning, you resist the urge to start spouting off case law. You dumb fuck. Go ahead, Alexander.
Clay, I think the mistake you're making is thinking that this actually matters to her at all. Right? It doesn't
That's
matter
fair.
if he put himself in jeopardy. It doesn't matter if he was right or wrong. The fact is, he was standing there and she did drive forward. Regardless of what her intent was, regardless of anything else, he had, to some extent, justifiable fear for his life. Whether he was the cause or not is immaterial to that in her mind, and immaterial to that in most people's minds. Right?
That's fair that you say that. I disagree.
So yeah, I know you disagree, and when we're talking legally speaking, if you wanna go judge the case, that's fine. But we're trying to convince someone that what happened isn't just something to laugh about, that it's actually tragic and a huge problem right now, given the direction we're pushing things.
Correct.
Okay. I apologize. You are.
This is like
I apologize, Dusty. I apologize, Alex. Fair enough.
No, you're fine.
You did that way better than I did it. To Alexander, you educated that way.
Glad
fucking
I
better.
left Alexander up. All right. So fourth wise man ain't fucking around. Poor Ann's just on the chopping block all night. Ann, I think you should be on my show every night that I have a panel. Purely
Another
for my
one?
own. Okay, now this is not a full boot.
Hey, you're
All
putting
right,
Ryan to
it's-
shame.
Sure.
$50 plus the $5. All right, and then
Now,
that's divided
didn't
by
she have
2.
credit left over from the last
Did
one?
you have credit left over?
I thought she did.
Tom, can you tell me how much credit? You did the math. I think she did have some credit.
Yeah, I think so, because I was pumping it out there trying to keep her.
Yeah, I'm
Wait,
trying
you're
to-
what?
Can I make it?
That sounded bad.
Damn.
Don't flip that.
Oh god.
I think it was 20 because was it somebody dropped to 20 and it was like
So
15, but then I dropped to 5, so it would have been 20.
That's what her
Right.
credit is.
I dropped 20, about 3 20s and then a 35. Shit, I can't even remember now what I dropped.
Yeah,
you
hold on.
dropped 35.
Yeah, hold on. We'll figure this out. We got the insurance for the lady. That was the 20. And then another 20. It's 40, 50, or
60.
math, 60, 70, 80. Jason said it's like a $30 credit. And coming from Jason, I'll take that as pure honesty because he would love to see her backstage.
I'll buy that. I'll buy it.
So, okay. So, fourth Wiseman, you have been negated. Chuck is going to send the what is it? I guess $25 difference because he sent this 5 earlier. He sent this 5 earlier to add towards the boot, and then also the 50. So 25 to keep her.
Okay. I might get booted every time I change screens. It kicks me out of StreamYard.
All right, we will hold you. I'll take your word that you're going to send it. So if you got to wait a few minutes or something,
Okay,
that's fine.
thank you.
Yeah,
I have the same problem on Dusty's.
That's all right. I'll hold your word for it. I'm not worried. I know you're good for it. All right. So fourth Wiseman, and I did want to read his super chat. It says, and you got much to learn, and your journey will correct the ilk. Is that ilk?
Yes, ilk.
Along
Ilk.
the way.
Come on.
And then he sends the boot.
Oh boy, are we
Fair
back
enough,
in the
man.
hole?
How are you pissing off this many people on your first
Yeah.
ever
I am
panel?
so
I don't
happy
know.
that there's
I
so
think
many
it's 'cause I'm a
people that-
woman.
Especially
All right, I
as a
think it's the
conservative.
sexism.
My goodness.
So humbled.
You're pretty.
So
So
disappointed
what you
with my
doing?
first time.
It's not a problem.
They
for
just don't
conservatives,
like
though.
a strong
Conservatives-
woman.
It's a problem. She seems slightly callous to the human life that was lost. That's probably more the case than anything else.
I'm callous to lots of things, but there's a self-preservation instinct that I'm not seeing in people who are cheering on ice that drives
Yeah.
me nuts.
Yeah,
But
that's
the,
what I'm. That's
the
my
dumb
problem as well.
lady put herself in that
Dude.
position. Had she not
Yes.
I'll tell
done
you
that,
what.
none of this would have happened.
They have a home here.
Just looking at the situation and making a legal analysis. I don't give a fuck about this.
Damn.
What the heck?
Holy fucking shit.
Another
No.
one? Son of a bitch. Sorry, Ann. I'm not that rich.
No, I appreciate it. Learning experience. Very
I'm
fun,
surprised.
fun
How
panel.
have you made it this long with this many boots?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of remarkable. Especially for someone who's
Like,
just
you
came
got-
up with
Hold
it.
on.
Pissed the
I
Pope off.
actually think she beat Duck's record on the amount
Yes,
per,
she did.
per one night of the amount of money
Boot.
sent to boot.
Yep.
Holy shit, Anne. You got like a lucky charm up your ass or what? What is going on? Or maybe it's not
I don't
up your
know. I
ass.
think
You
I got
forgot
a
to
demon
seal
on
that
my
damn thing.
It's the
Holy
opposite
shit.
of lucky.
All right, so
Lucky for
again,
Sarah. So.
oh my god. Oh my god. And if you have a Cash App, link it to me in the private chat just so I can send you a little extra love. I usually do that if somebody gets that far. I usually send a little extra love around. Okay. All right. So hold up. Iotin, is this a credit? If so, it removes like the full boot but it doesn't take it all. It still leaves you at 90 minutes.
No worries.
Oh shit!
It's
Is
fine
this
if I gotta
another
get
one?
going.
She's like, just let me die.
Holy shit! Is this another one?
I'm like on my, last
think she
little
went
bit of
back.
health
She went
and
back.
fucking Tekken or something.
Oh,
Just
hold
trying to
on.
hold on.
Oh my God. No fucking way. Are you serious, Jason? All right. Anyone want to take a stab at what Jason just did?
Oh, I could get.
I
Set to
saw a
keep.
super chat.
Sent you 1,000.
Jason sent $100 and actually said, "Save Anne."
No way. Jason, come on. I love you
That is
now.
the twist
I
of the
thought we were
night.
going to be like some sort of rivalry going on. Okay.
I thought he sent you 1,000. I guess he's getting broke.
No, this is like Batman and the Joker. The Joker's like, only I get to kill Batman.
For
That's actually
what he sent for the night, I think he's probably there. Thanks to Anne pissing him off enough. All right, so fourth wise man, Jason has spoken and is deciding to keep poor Anne up. I'm going to consider Iotin a $10 credit then to your name. And then Brick sends money. I'm guessing it's over on Dusty's side, maybe, and says, my protection. Is this for you or for Anne?
Yeah,
Sorry.
in case Dusty decides to. I paid it directly to the man.
You're safe.
Oh, well, I think Dusty will not complain about that. So shout out to you for sending love over to our darling Dusty. All right. I think I'm what a turn of events. I was not expecting that. And Jason also wants me to inform you, Dusty, that he owes you money for what he did last night.
I'm so confused.
I'm not going to argue with
That's
that.
delightfully vague.
Yeah, I'm going to leave it that way.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Was
Fair
it
enough.
good for you though, Dusty? Was it good for you?
That's yeah.
It was a little bit overwhelming at the time, but it wasn't bad.
Oh my goodness. And Neve, I have to say, I actually just sang that out loud in my head. Jason Derulo. I don't know if anybody else knows that, but yeah. All right. I'm going to kick it back over to Alexander. I'm just going to assume he was the last person I interrupted so rudely. He is a panel priority, so we're going to give it to him anyways. But Alexander, send us.
I guess I don't know where I was at with it, so somebody else can go for a minute.
Did you say somebody else can cope?
Can go for a minute.
Go.
Oh, okay.
Or cope. We can cope too.
You can definitely cope, yeah.
You know, this
There's
ice, it's gonna be on people's minds for a very long time, and so I want to take it back to the point that it was asked earlier, which is actually the grab bag. You know, the Republicans, they're going to find themselves in a little bit of hot water this cycle because people don't want to have their rights violated. It's that simple.
I disagree with you. I don't see it going that way.
How could you possibly not?
Not seeing what rights you're
Because
talking about.
most Republicans are in favor of the removal.
That's not what the problem is.
Yeah,
Nobody
we know.
cares about the removal.
We know about the Republicans.
Nobody's upset that the people are being removed.
Correct.
The Democrats and the centrists, that's the ones that you need to think about. Like, like half the country is, that at least.
You're gonna, this is gonna lose the centrists.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're not going to win
there
the
are people
Democrats
who are going through ICE custody that aren't illegal immigrants now. There are witness testimony coming out of being abused and taunted and all kinds of stuff. There was a quote that came from a pastor.
Oh my God.
There was a quote that came from
a
pastor that was something like when he was getting released, they were like,
has it been proven?
Some kind of racist thing. I don't know. You can go look it up.
I mean, I'm not sure what's funny.
anything.
Do you not recognize that in individual situations that abuse does happen among law enforcement?
Well,
yes, absolutely. I just think that's
So why is it funny?
terrible argument to go and
my
play at this
my
group of
daughter
people.
told me about a raid at her work where they was coming after her, funny as it might be. His name was Jose. And they came in, 6 of them, and they walked to the manager and they wanted to speak to Jose and the rest of the staff. Jose was the one they had the warrant for. He's the one they arrested. They didn't come in with guns blazing. They didn't kick doors down. They were, my daughter said they were quite amicable.
How do they know exactly where all these people are and what their names are? And there's
That's
like,
the
Well,
Palantir app.
I can tell you, I know exactly where all of my people are in the chat. Fourth Wiseman sends in the big 5 and said, Jason sucks. I'll show you money. Fucking handball. I think Jason and Fourth Wiseman, maybe even Tom Carpenter, might end up in a fun, healthy battle
know where all
of
these people
the
are?
wallets here tonight.
Snitches.
They have access to apps that Palantir has created that access cell phone data and track people. They can basically make a map of your life and show where you're most likely to be or where you are.
They also got all your data out of the government through Doge.
So Fourth Amendment violations, in other words.
Oh, it's
Well, yeah,
tinfoil hat time.
Fourth Amendment. They don't care.
Yeah, they don't care. Oh, actually, and bringing back to the point again, this is why. So you laugh it off, and the Republicans just laugh it off like, we don't care about what they think, but that's what's going to lose you the vote.
They're
This is the
using
part-
a national
this is the
security
part that
app
the Democrats
conceded
get.
that we would lose.
This is the
not caring as a citizen.
this is the part that the Democrats have been on point for decades. Is they actually understand that you have to placate the people. You can't just laugh and be like,
Placate.
Oh, shot
But
in the
look,
face.
hold on. You just conceded that you're likely to lose next election. So now you've made this infrastructure
Yeah,
that you know
because
is
I've
going to get handed
conceded
off to a
that
Democrat.
I've conceded that a lot of people are fucking retarded.
Okay.
That's all
So-
I've conceded.
It doesn't concern
Hold
you
on.
that those retarded people are now going to have the infrastructure and precedent in place that you created.
And
This whole thing is a
No,
scapegoat
no,
anyway.
they're going to lose that infrastructure
Oh,
and they're
thank
going to
you.
bleed
Thank you
into all
so
the actual.
much.
We're gonna hold
They're
a
going to be
moment.
Republican led.
Oh my
Mr.
goodness.
Benjamin and Christy, the Fourth Wiseman sends lots of, this is what I love. Lots of love. Says, enjoy Benjamin and Christy. Now the funds are going to a worthy cause. And nonetheless, that's for sure. We love our little Balderson family. Anything you want to say, the floor is yours.
Oh, thank you so much. We honestly, we've been hurting real bad lately. We had a rough year.
That
Like,
really is.
It means the world. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Buy silver with it.
He said buy a stripper with it.
Oh, that is a worthy cause. I
Silver.
think my little heart just melted.
Oh, buy silver with it. Yes.
I mean,
Oh
if you
my
buy a
God.
stripper with it, let me know. But I did say
I'm
buy
like-
silver with it.
I totally thought you were being a smart ass, but silver's a good answer. Actually, like that's
Stripper
one of the
might be a
things
better
that-
answer, though. You're convincing me.
Oh, and they make jewelry too. I love this. Balderson actually sent me some pictures of this stuff. I think it's amazing, by the way. Is there a website or somewhere you can get that?
I've been putting it on my social media. It's just Benjamin Balderson.
I can't believe you
That
make
is a
these.
dominant ass cat. Look at that thing just sitting right there.
it's like a sphinx.
Yeah, no shit.
It does.
No wonder the Egyptians thought cats were gods. That cat thinks it's a god too. Look at you fucking losers.
Thinks it knows it's a god. It knows it's a god.
That's
Either that or it's stuff.
not arrogance.
That cat's not stuffed, is it?
Please pass along my respects to that cat before it fucks me up.
The cat won.
It's real. Okay.
Yeah.
It was sitting in that position for so long. I was wondering.
That's
That was her disapproving look.
When other cats are in my lap, she hates all the other cats, but she wants to sit next to me, so she sits up above me and waits for her turn on the lap.
Ah.
Nice.
Okay,
I wait for my turn on a lap too.
I bet you do.
So, Ann, have you ever like ate somewhere where like the staff was just complete assholes and you just like don't eat there anymore because they're assholes?
Sure. I have.
What about you, Ann?
Have I?
Never happened
Not recently. I don't really.
Right. You don't go back to those places because they're assholes. That's what's happening with the Republicans. There you go.
What?
Why are they assholes though? Because look, I have a prescriptive worldview that believes in, look, you know, we have to have obligations to each other and to ourselves. And when you renege on those obligations, then really you're going to invite a bunch of people that can capitalize on that lack of obligations to go and take advantage of people.
Exactly.
And so I see this as sort of a whole reckoning of many years of that actually happening. And we're really trying to actually fucking clean house.
You're missing it. Reneging will happen because you violated people's like neighborhoods and shit with armed masked men. That's the violation of the social.
No.
You understand that's coming from the centrists. That's not even coming from you. Want to vote the Democrats so hard?
I'm a centrist.
That's coming from the centrists,
right?
The ones that are like
the centrists are the ones who feel this way right now.
Well, you're not a centrist, Flo, because you want open borders.
No, I don't want open borders. You fucking dumb fuck. Do you not listen
Nobody
to the goddamn thing I
wants
say?
open borders. Nobody wants open.
How many times do you dumb fucks have to get told to you, it's not deporting people, it's not open borders, it's the way that they're doing it?
Look,
you guys
you
act
have
as though
to
there's
understand
not like
women
a
have a different
StarCraft wall with
relationship
turrets on it. It's not fucking
than
closed.
men.
Yes, we know. We know that
We're
that is a
aware.
submissive role. We understand that.
You understand that.
Hold up, you're all going at the same time. I'm going to start handing out the talking stick if we can't figure this out.
It's an acquiescence to reality. Okay.
By creating a problem yourself, violating rights doesn't fix other problems.
Again, you have not made a compelling argument as to why violating a bunch of imaginary rights from a bunch of people that don't have the same rights as citizens actually in some way grafts on to citizen rights.
150 Americans. 150
I'm sorry, I'm listening.
Hold on, everybody's
dominating the fuck out of what we're telling you. We're trying like a motherfucker to tell you our issue is with you sending armed squads into neighborhoods where we live.
Well, unfortunately,
if they live among you,
that's an alternative when local governments decide they're not going to enforce the law. Then the only thing left is the feds to come in.
That's been happening since the beginning of time.
They can throw a net on.
You two dumb fucks are entirely disingenuous. That's you.
You're not making a good argument. So maybe start.
I don't think there ever has been an argument made as to why illegal immigrants get elevated to such a boogeyman.
Everybody's still going.
You're pretending like I'm making a different argument than I'm making. You've been doing it all night. Chuck's been doing it for at least weeks.
Maybe it means you're not making a very good argument.
What about him? You're not listening.
You're
arguing what
you're not doing a good job.
Dusty, would you like to give it final thoughts? I guess not. All right. Well,
another race quit.
The mechanism for fixing that by the federal government is the same mechanism they've always had through the power of the purse, which is cutting off funding to these states. And then now this state is out hanging on its own. If they want that government money, which they all do, they're all attached to the tit, then they're going to have to get rid of them illegals. That's what the federal government does.
February 1st, that goes into play. They're going to start withholding all federal funds.
Okay, good.
But
legal. Here's a problem. People will only tolerate this kind of stuff for a period of time. If you want to make chaos and run rampant across the streets, you have a little bit of time before enough people start seeing it and starts making their lives difficult, that they no longer give a shit about getting illegals out so much as stopping the stuff that's interfering with their lives. right?
Yeah.
Some illegal that lives
That's
like
the
2
problem
blocks
they're
from me,
creating for
I don't
themselves.
care nearly as much as if ICE is on my street every day pulling people over or asking them to show their papers, especially if that person's me.
Well,
In this
especially when you
recent
choose your
case-
Dude,
targets
I
through
lived. Oh my
retribution
god!
and not
I
through
lived
any
in
actual like.
Texas.
I don't care where you live. These are all. This is what other people are facing, and this is
In the
what
most-
people don't want
This is
in
a
their
lived
own lives.
experience
In the most
in a
recent
place
your
that
lived
probably
experience.
experiences this the most for the longest amount of time. Okay, if I and look, this has happened to me several times.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm a white passing woman. I'm actually part Hispanic. I'm a white passing woman. There are times where I'm going from one side of Texas to the other side of Texas or whatever. There are times where, I would carpool with some, Mexican guys from college to help
You're
them
white.
out trying to get to the other side of Texas. Every fucking time you're stopped by a cop because it looks like trafficking. It looks like smuggling. Okay, so that's just a reality. Am I crying? Am I pissing and moaning about my rights being, violated? No, I understand that is a material, real condition on the Texas border that is
Okay.
suspicious looking. Okay,
Now put
and I
those-
never once pissed my pants and cried to my mama about it.
But now the
Okay, sure.
suspicious looking
But
thing
now,
is the
hold on.
color of your skin.
Hold on. No, forget that.
Right.
Now,
That's happening
now,
now, right?
now, imagine those cops are masked, and they may just choose to take you in without asking you any questions,
Oh no.
and sit there and
First
demand
of
that
all,
you show them proof that
having a
you're here.
mask on, who gives a shit? I mean,
Yeah.
to be
I
honest.
mean, do you know they're really cops if they have masks on? How
So-
certain
so
are
you
they have
volunteer-
identifying
You know
stuff
if they're
on
a
their
cop, if
uniforms.
they have
Their
tons
you
of their
know
face
that you
mark
can buy a
covered.
fake badge from the
Usually you
internet?
have other shit other than your
Actually,
fucking face to know
I
if you're
could
a
make a
fucking
badge
cop or
at
not.
home if I really wanted to.
Down in
It's
Oakland,
not
that shit
fun.
happens
That
all
would be
the time.
retarded.
People
And that's a
dress up
crime.
as cops and use old cop cars and
That's actually a
rob
pretty serious
places as
crime.
cops. That
It is
happens
a really
in
serious
Oakland
crime.
all the
and if you
fucking
get
time.
caught, you will go to jail.
Women
Sure.
rely on law to protect
Oh my
their
God.
rights and safety.
No,
Okay,
they rely on a bullet.
There is an implicit relationship to me having to give
ain't
the
like
benefit
that
of the doubt
anymore,
based on my
man.
status as a woman. Oh my God.
It ain't
This
like
is-
that
this is-
anymore.
This is
Look, we're not.
bourgeoisie
Hold on, Ann. Ann, you keep.
understanding.
Ann,
The
if I may.
bourgeoisie of being
Ann.
a man and
No,
feeling
Ann,
like, well,
stop it.
if I
Ann,
feel
girl.
confronted, I can
Ann.
go and have a fight. Something
on.
that I'm not
Hold on.
allotted as a woman.
Ann, we're not in the days
With
I
of
the
understand it's a
proletariat.
legal fight,
And
right?
we're- look,
okay.
Ann,
Oh, hold on. Go ahead, Clay.
we're not in the days of spear chucking and axe throwing and that sort of thing. We have these little things, they're called firearms. You can protect yourself. You have full legal authority to protect yourself. Stop that. I'm a woman shit, so I need the law. I need the men's. You don't. You have a firearm, don't you?
You're in Texas, don't they?
Do
come
you
with
think
being
a
in
firearm
Texas?
allows women to engage in public life, or do you think you need a
Yes.
complete social
Very much
apparatus?
so. Yes.
Oh my God, then you're retarded.
Oh, I
Then
didn't
you're
realize
retarded.
that if you
Then
put a
you're
firearm
retarded.
on, that a man who might
Okay,
attack
if I
you, he
wanna
might be
go
less
to a
likely
grocery
to
store, I
attack
gotta
you
go
because you've
like
got
the
a firearm.
Western
Yes, this
fucking
is the way it
movies.
works. Yes, this is the way it works. If you carry around
No,
a firearm
Bourgeoisie
regularly,
male politics. Bourgeoisie male politics.
carry
Don't you
around
live in the open carry?
Fourth Wiseman
Oh.
says, check out the bond markets. That's where you'll find you and on hold in suspension until remedied are all the what is called illegal aliens. A lean.
lean. There's
Clever,
an argument about that. but
That's the
that-
etymology of that.
That's interesting.
That's
That's
cute.
funny.
I don't know if
Good
Dusty's
wordplay.
coming back. If you're still, let me see. Hold on. If you're
Is there
still
a prize
watching,
for running him off?
it's not the first time it's happened. He gets frustrated very easily. If you're watching over on Dusty's side, I'm going to go ahead and remove on his end since he's gone for the night. Come on over if you want to continue watching at the Gauntlet debate. You can find it. Be a big boy. Figure it out. All right, we'll see you there.
I feel like he wants to talk about this, but he's still a little too far into his feelings about it to really get any pushback on the topic?
He's probably just frustrated, right? If he's trying to explain something and people aren't wrapping their heads around it, it's like talking to a wall at that point, right? So
Yeah.
You listen
I
to
can
someone
understand.
explaining something wrong, it's kind of hard to just sit there and nod your head and go along with it.
If it doesn't, if it may make sense to you and you're just not buying it, that's one thing. But I think in his mind, he probably thinks you don't understand what he's saying.
Well,
Same
it
thing.
sounded like-
Or you're
it
purposely
sounded
not
everybody
responding
was
to
having
it.
a hard time decoupling the idea that while he's okay with sending people back to their country, in the methodology that's being used currently is not correct. And I'm totally with him on that. It's okay to deport people that don't belong here. Absolutely. It's not okay to militarize a federal agency and come in and raid our neighborhoods.
What do you mean
Where
by
do you get
militarized?
militarized from?
What do you mean
How do you not know what militarize is? Like, you don't see those guys with ski masks and big giant guns on them.
They wear uniforms. Tons of videos online from an Afghan vet showing that they don't need all that shit.
They've always worn body
Hold
armor.
on, you're all talking over each other again.
So you're complaining about cosmetic shit. Just they look scary. I
Bulletproof
good. I want our
glass.
law enforcement to look scary.
Long guns.
So why not? Why would you not want a rifle?
Why? Hold on.
I
Who are
want
they gonna?
rifle.
Who are they gonna get into a
That's right.
shootout
I
with?
want a rifle. I want to be able to walk down the road with my long rifle. That's right.
Well, I don't know
If
where
you're
you
doing
live,
that
but you
in
can
some
in a lot of places.
Look, if some
There's
As
states
long as
you
you're
can
not
do that.
brandishing, you're
walk
fine.
down the road and he sees me like that, then he's gonna probably stop me. It happens all the time, by the way.
Yeah, you might ask you like, what are you
So
doing?
he's gonna violate my Fourth Amendment right. That's bullshit.
by asking you a legitimate question, like you see someone
he
walking
can
down the street
ask
with
all
a fire,
day.
just
He
wants to
can
make sure
ask
you're
all
not
day.
a danger, just checking up on you.
So now
That's
I've
not
got to give up
violating
As
your
you're
right.
walking,
Right,
as you're
exactly.
walking towards
It
the
is.
school, yeah, that would be right.
No, I'm not talking about the school. I'm talking about the neighborhood. Stop moving the goalposts. You keep doing that.
I'm not.
No.
I think
I'm
what
just
he's
assuming you have a
saying is,
legitimate
Clay,
reason.
Clay,
Go ahead,
what
Alexander.
He's saying is there's times where doing that can make you seem dangerous, especially if you're walking towards a place you're not aware
Freedom
that
is
you're
scary,
walking
my
towards. Yes, I understand that, but as a police
You
officer,
like
their job
civil
is to
rights
make sure
lawyers,
you're not a
don't you?
criminal walking around with a rifle going to go shoot up a school.
And my
Understand?
job as a good citizen is
You're
to make
they
sure
don't
that
know
jo-
who you
Look, no,
are
hold on,
or
hold
that
on.
you're a good citizen.
My job as a good citizen is also to patrol the neighborhood. And if I'm doing it
Sure.
and they have a problem with that, then now we have a problem. Now we
They
have
don't.
a problem.
There's no problem. They just want you to show
They
that
have
you're
a
not a
problem with
danger
me
to the
having
people
it,
around you.
but I don't have a problem with them having it. I just have a problem with them stopping me.
Well,
That's
who's
their job.
stopping you?
They're
Is
just,
it
I
a
mean, they're just talking to you. It's not
What
like
do you
they're
mean? We just
taking
went
you
over
into
this.
jail.
Why you keep obfuscating?
No, hold on. You're saying that they're gonna take your gun away if you walk around with one, or what are you trying to say?
One violation is too many. If they quote unquote detain me because I have a firearm on me, that's a violation. That
Are
literally
you-
is a violation. There is no state in the union.
If that's the only reason they're stopping you, sure.
Yes, exactly.
But that's usually not the only
They
reason
do it
they're
all the
stopping
time. Right. And so one violation is too many. And there's too many violations to count.
you.
So
Okay.
at this
well,
point, ICE is a problem.
one violation is too many doesn't mean
One.
anything.
One
Yeah,
violation.
that
How many
that doesn't mean
violations
anything.
would you allow?
I would prefer none, but some are going to
Exactly.
happen because people are uncertain of
Right.
other people.
So one violation is too many for you too, right?
Sure, but I also
Yeah.
understand that that's an impossible standard to keep.
It's an
Willful
impossible
violations,
standard
sure.
to keep in reality because freedom is scary and dangerous too.
No,
because
because
we have
people
criminals.
are not
But-
trustworthy.
Well, so aren't the people in the government.
Sure, but they can be held
Right.
accountable.
No, they can't. No, far from it. Far from it.
They can be held accountable. It's just the accountability mechanisms don't really work very well right now.
Okay, then there we go. Right. So
Yeah.
if the
Whose job
accountability,
is it to fix that?
right? Oh, it's ours.
And how do we do
American
that?
citizens. Well, we have a few options.
Usually through voting, right?
Voting. There's the
Yeah.
complaint process in the court. And
Sure.
then there's the 2A, which I would never recommend.
Yeah.
Honestly, like the voting, I'm up in the air on that one. 2A, I would never recommend. The court. The court is the most effective.
If we would stop voting based on party and start voting based on what they're actually going to do, and then kick people out when they don't do what they said they were going to, we might actually get somewhere. But right now, all we care about is which party someone's in and whether they agree with whatever flavor of the month topic we like.
But also, if people would stop doing the party line thing and going, it's the Republicans, it's the Democrats. You know, when Trump actually started running, he ran as an independent. Then he went to the Republican side where he was originally Democrat in his early years.
He still is mostly that, honestly.
Yeah, I would agree. But if people wake up, they would realize that it's parties. Parties throw parties. This is what they do. They take your money. They stop you on the road. They take your money, or they take you to jail, which the Fed then gives them money because you're a body. Right? At that point, you're just a cash cow to them. And so they keep voting party line, and the parties keep throwing parties. Stop voting party lines. If you're going to vote for somebody, it's like, I have a guy that I would vote for, and he's definitely centrist. But he's not in the running right now. Trump sucks. Biden sucks. Kamala sucks. Bush sucked. All these people, they suck.
Well, they're the people we've been fed. They're not the people we want to vote for.
True that.
That's a fact.
Right. We don't really get to
You're
choose.
you're given the illusion of choice, is what it is. Because when they choose the two people you're allowed to have an either or, and they chose both sides of it, you never really had a fucking choice. Otherwise, how do you have Uncle Sniffy?
The choice is done by the people in the primary.
No,
it's
they're not.
The choice is done by whoever the parties decide to put up on their side.
That was proven in court, man.
But there's nothing to stop somebody from running for office if they wanted to.
The only
they
person
made
who's
all
been
kinds of rules against the third party.
Hold on.
Every time somebody came up independent, they made more rules afterwards. Every time Ross Perot, Ralph Nader, they made it so that way Ron Paul, who actually fit the requirements, they still wouldn't let that dude up on the main stage. They make sure you have one of two choices.
That's not run by the government. It's
run by the same people who they are the government.
I mean, it's the parties themselves that arrange that stuff. But those are private entities. They're not the government, so to speak. So we can't.
They're not
really
government officials.
They're also the ones who control every candidate who is going up for election or has been elected.
Sure, but you're talking about
the de facto government.
Well, I won't go that far, but I will say that we don't have anything to really control them with. Like, there's no legislation. There really isn't any legal standing to go after them. So. And they're not elected.
Well, they make their legal standards.
We were given remedies. We're just too that the founding fathers talked about. We're just too chicken shit to enact those. We're losing our liberty in our republic because we're chicken shits.
You go after. I don't know why people think that the left and the right are actually against each other in the actual government. They're not. Like, they rely on each other to maintain their power. If the left disappears, the right's going to fracture and it's going to be a new group.
Yep.
Anne is going to make her exit on her free will. She's not getting booted, ladies and gentlemen. And I recommend joining our Discord. All of these people enjoy. Are you on Discord at all?
I'll get on it.
All right. And I think Uncle Guns, if you could drop the Discord, or actually, I think I can do the little thingy here myself and get the link dropped in. But yeah, we've got the Discord. There it is in the chat. You can click that link and it'll get you in there. But they are constantly arguing in the main chat on Discord on all of these variations. And I know we could use some righty help in there sometimes. So feel free to have fun in there, and then we can we can go from there too. All right, Anne, I'm going to leave the floor to you. Take a little extra time if you want to say your piece on the evening, since you like escaped death several times.
I know.
So yeah, the floor is yours.
Well, again, very new to this. Really loved being here. Loved talking to you guys. It was really fun. If you like what I have to say, if you like what I have to bring, definitely, guys, just comment and make your voice heard. And I'd love to just kind of build based on that response and stuff. This was really fun. And yeah, I'm hoping to see you guys a little later. Yeah, I'll be around.
Awesome. And she sent her YouTube channel. Are you planning to do content?
Not right now. I'm really just sort of poking around a little bit and kind of seeing what the response is, and then I'll try to build from there.
Okay. Well, I think you'll definitely have a fan club coming in soon. But I've dropped her channel link in, and also anytime you join, you can the show in that top right corner. You see that blue button. It says "Stream this to your audience."
Sure.
Okay.
All right.
You can always click that button, and it'll automatically prompt you to plug into your own YouTube, and it'll stream it live to your own channel. Balderson is doing it. CARNY'S doing it. Dusty was doing it earlier. And a lot of people utilize that feature. And this way you're still getting credit for being on a show, and you're getting the watch hours and so on and so forth. And it's a great way to network yourself out as well that way. So please always feel free to do that. Even if you hide it later or whatever, that's fine, but at least get your points in. But yeah.
All right. Sounds good.
Well, and
right,
this has been,
guys.
Yeah, we had fun. I'm glad you got to join your first panel, and I'm glad it was ours. And we broke you in probably the hardest possible way. It wasn't even, and I said, be nice, guys. And they definitely were not nice, but I think everybody here enjoyed their time with you. So we're looking forward to more, and hopefully you won't get booted as much next time. It doesn't always happen, I promise. And I doubt it will, unless you're Duck. Duck always gets booted. But yeah.
Poor Duck.
I feel bad for him, but he brings it on himself.
He had one stream. He survived.
I mean,
that's
Duck's
true,
brain works in non sequiturs. You can't help it.
Yeah,
you just don't understand what the fuck he's saying.
This is true. Yeah. And Clay, I believe you are making your exit as well, sir.
Yes. So, yeah, it's been fun. As usual, yeah, and definitely did a really good job. It was a lot of fun up here, even with Dusty, us going back and forth. And I appreciate your insight there, man. That was really good. I didn't even realize that was. I had tried to make that point earlier, so I probably skipped over it. Yeah, like this federal stuff, it's very difficult to hold the federal government accountable. So that's why I push for people to hold the local governments accountable, because that tends to be a little bit easier, mostly because these are your neighbors, those people, the ones that you grew up with, the ones that you went to school with. These are the same people, by the way, that you went to school with. They were like doing all the justice classes and things like that. So understand, these are just normal people. These are not like superstars. Donald Trump is nobody. Kamala Harris, a cackling hyena. But so
I wouldn't say Trump is nobody, but go on.
But in all seriousness, these are just regular people just like us, and you can get involved too. So I do want to shout out Let's Otvo. You guys know I work with him, so he'll have something coming out tomorrow early in the morning. We try to hold the government in Albuquerque accountable as much as possible. It's so difficult. These people.
Yeah. Clay, before you go, were you listen to the civil rights lawyer quite a bit?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well,
yeah. Freedom is scary. That guy's great.
Yeah, go with it.
I'm so glad you're
Just
back.
a billionaire like one of us.
Chili,
True.
yeah, I met Chili. Chili's a really good dude, man. And
Hey,
rule
Clay.
of law works. Let me point this out too, guys. You know, a lot of leftists, they like rule of law. Centrists love rule of law. Authoritarians are like in love with rule of law. They want to like make love to it. But rule of law works as long as it upholds the liberties, the essential liberties, especially of the people. So I want to leave you all with that. Thank you, Sarah. As always, you're the best.
Whose
Hey,
liberties?
Clay, we need to go get
Good night,
coffee.
Clay.
Good night, Clay.
Night, Clay.
That brick.
It's as
And
long as
then
justice
there
doesn't go out
were-
of balance, right?
Right.
If
That's
all of a
what
sudden
true.
tomorrow,
That's
if all of a
Yeah,
sudden tomorrow
that's-
people got executed for running stop signs, we would say that justice,
no, that's-
law enforcement is
nobody
not
wants that.
working, right?
But if he gets pulled over for running the stop sign and reaches for a gun, he's not getting killed for running the stop sign, right? He's presenting a lethal threat. That's why he's going to get hemmed up
No.
for that. Maybe not
No,
shot.
what I mean is that, and what I said a little while ago is that I feel like the right has not expressed why they have elevated illegal immigrants to be such a critical threat to the point of basically stepping on parts of the Constitution en masse, sending roving gangs in masks to do all this shit. Like
Because
the threat is out of whack to the response. Like it is just not equivalent.
For decades, this problem is allowed to fester and get worse and worse, and
What
nobody's
problem?
been doing anything about it but talking.
People just existing
illegal
here?
immigration. No, that's not what we're talking about. Stop it. We're talking about
Yeah, but
illegal
you
aliens,
can't-
people coming into the country illegally.
But that's my point.
using our
Though. What's
systems
the
to try and come
negative?
in.
What is the elevation from? Just
What's
these
the
people
positive?
being here? It just seems
They're
like a
breaking the
scapegoat.
law.
They're giving tax money that they're not getting benefit
They're
from.
breaking the
Like-
law.
No, they already
I'm
broke
sorry.
the law to get here.
We just found
being here
a-
is at least a
We just
misdemeanor. You guys are
found
the ones
basically
elevating the punishment here.
we just found like an organized crime going on in Minneapolis to export money from there back to Somalia to
Did
like
you?
$8 billion.
Did you, or are you just believing a fucking article without actually reading any of the source material?
I've read enough to believe it.
Oof.
Unless you've got better evidence.
I've
Well, there's
actually
no
got a ton of
evidence to
evidence on
begin
this
with.
because this
I'm
fucking story has
sure
been
you
going around
do.
for the last 3 days, and none of you have actually bothered to read a goddamn thing about it.
Where the problem
I do
comes
know there's
in-
a lot of fraud that's been going on in Minneapolis that is here's organized, and they
Did
do
you do
there?
that
a
on
lot of the
purpose
money
to mimic
back to
Sarah, or is
Somalia.
that a fucking thing tonight?
What?
He just did it too. He went Minneapolis. Like
Oh.
there was way too
I'm
much.
sorry, my mouth's kind of fucked up. I mispronounced.
It's okay.
Minneapolis.
I fuck
Everyone's
up
doing it.
all of my words, just like Janiel. I don't even fucking know, but to
I had-
the Vargas fan
Fuck up.
says, "Where
I
were
heard
you,
that.
woman? Welcome back, Marylander. Thank you. It is so good to be back. I was sick for an entire week. It was miserable. I was in my bed, sad, thinking about all of you fine people, missing you only a little bit because I needed the break. I needed the break. And I feel so refreshed. I don't know if anybody else feels it, but I feel like I've like shed dirty, old, nasty skin and I'm coming in all fresh baby faced for all of you.
I'm glad you're feeling better.
Oh my God, I feel like $1,000,000 now. I still haven't gotten my voice back all the way. Like it's still a little like the whole thing just feels yucky, but I feel good. I'm not like sweating my ass off, not like fatigued. My muscles don't hurt. So yeah, we're good. Anyways, I'll let you guys get back to it. My apologies.
No, I was just going to say, yeah, I had jaw surgery in 2012. They surgically broke my jaw and reattached it with plates. And ever since then, my elocution has been not great.
Damn.
It's just hilarious because Sarah literally
That sucks.
said Minneapolis the exact same way earlier tonight. And I was like, and I was teasing her about it. And I was like, are you doing that because she did that and you're like calling back to make fun of it, which is
No.
brilliant? Or did you just accidentally do the exact same thing?
Well, isn't it? It is Annapolis, I thought.
You guys are putting in like these extra ends. You're like Minneapolis. It's
No.
Minneapolis.
He said Annapolis.
I said Annapolis. Earlier it was
no,
Annapolis.
it's
Anapolis, not Minneapolis. Minneapolis or Minneapolis.
See, he just did it again.
I can't do it, man.
I think because I am the Marylander, we have Annapolis here. So for me to try to say
Been there.
mini, see, I want to say it
Minneapolis.
again. Yeah, I want to say Minneapolis.
Annapolis.
I don't know. Carney, what do you think, sir? Bring it to us. Sitting over there all quiet and shit.
I was just tripped out because, you know, I am Hispanic. I am from Albuquerque, and I have a brother that's a lot darker than me and a lot thicker in his accent. So, going, you know, if we were walking around and ICE came up, yeah, they'd probably look at him faster than they would look at me. But I am a vanguard. I am a defender, and I would fight for him.
Just understand the smart ways to fight them.
Oh, I'm a constitutionalist, and I believe in my rights, and
I'm glad, but be smart about how you fight the battles.
Your life does not care about your rights.
No,
just giving you fair warning about that.
No, I know.
And that's where the problem comes in. Is your family getting a check later doesn't really help that much. Well, maybe it does.
They're not likely to get a check regardless.
I'll put up with a day or two of discomfort so I can come back at them with a Section 1983 lawsuit and live in comfort for a little while.
When you're still alive, you can always make their lives hell. When you're dead, you're just done.
Yeah, you're gone.
This is true. I'm just gonna go refill my coffee. We'll go for about 40 more minutes, and then we'll call it a night. How's that sound, gentlemen?
That sounds great.
Sounds all right.
All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go top my coffee off.
And 100%, the government does not care about your rights. That's what the Constitution is supposed to be for. That's why that's why every person that takes a power job that's governmental has to swear to uphold the Constitution. That's the check against them in a check and balance system. And of course, they're going to overstep their bounds. And it's our job as the American public to go, no, you don't get to fucking overstep these bounds. Figure it the fuck out. And we quit doing that. And that's why we've gotten to this position. And it's everybody that's like, yeah, but I'm a little scared. Be a fucking American. Jesus. Move to Finland or something if you're that fucking Nancy about it. Yeah. One of them countries where they're wearing lederhosen and prancing around in flower fields or some shit.
Hey, I like that kind of stuff.
I love Sound of Music. I love Sound of Music. It's like one of my favorite movies ever.
What are some of us left to assume if some people are willing to flush the Constitution down the toilet just to get illegal immigrants, which just happen to be a bunch of brown people out of the country? Like, what are we left to assume? Like, if you're willing to let the country burn just to get that, what the fuck am I left to assume about what you think?
You're being amazingly hyperbolic.
I think the problem is they're under the impression that they can just do this once, get it done with, and then we can go back to the way things were. I'm pretty sure that's what's happening right now.
All you're presenting is a government. You have like no mechanism for how this would ever occur. You're just going, oh no, big scary government. Like, okay, yeah.
What do you mean?
I agree, government's big and scary.
No, the Trump administration are the ones who are not giving a mechanism because they're the ones who are throwing out numbers and quotas with no conceivable way to meet them. Like their tweet from DHS that said they're going to deport 100 million people.
Yeah, I think
they would have to ravage our society to do that. They would have to like make such immense.
No, I agree. That number is retarded. That number is retarded. I will not.
Why doesn't anyone stand up and say, "What the hell are you saying"? Provide a reasonable number.
I just said like that's retarded.
No, I know. I don't hear people saying that
because of how big it is. Obviously, includes denaturalizing tens of millions of citizens.
Obviously, it's being hyperbolic, or it's somebody added an extra.
No, I'm done pretending that the trolls are just trolling all the time when they troll. At this point, I'm going to take every single fucking word because you are the
government. You're only looking at one possibility. Like, there's more than one possibility that it could be. And I just offered alternatives. That's all. And you're rejecting it just because you want to believe the more negative connotation, the most negative connotation.
There's been too many times where it's
when
been
Homeland
labeled
Security's
too many times,
hyperbole.
their official
Hold
Twitter
on.
account
Let me
shit
can I
out.
finish? There's been too many times where things have been labeled hyperbole, and then it turns out next thing you know they're being done, and everyone's like, "Oh well, this is just how things are going to go."
Like,
I don't remember off the top of my head.
The
I know it
hyperbole is
happened.
what gets you.
I mean, you can't expect me to know what's in your head.
All of it.
You brought it
Ice
up.
raids, buying Greenland.
None of that's bad. All of that is good.
Attacking Venezuela.
Yes, to arrest the president. That was amazing,
you're saying it's good and that's great for you, but it started with, oh, this is just hyperbole. He's not actually going to do it.
Started with that's not
yes,
any of
it is. That's exactly what everyone was saying.
Nobody called illegal immigration hyperbole. Nobody called Venezuela sending fucking drug boats into our country and us dealing with it hyperbole.
That's not hyperbole.
That was hyperbole. Lots of people said that. That's how the government.
How's that hyperbole?
Because they're not sending drugs here.
Just like Libya, just like every other bullshit war, we have to drum up bullshit. Just like weapons of mass destruction. Remember that one? Remember?
Yeah, and we found them.
We
found chemical weapons stockpiles in Iraq.
Let me tell you my favorite. How about
chemical weapons stockpiles in Iraq? Those are weapons of mass destruction. Yes, look it up.
How about taking out a leader from a country who we're talking saying is
all right, one at a time.
No, this is my favorite one. My favorite one is taking out the leader of a country who we say is a narco trafficker literal days after you pardoned the ex-president of Honduras, who was probably one of the biggest narco traffickers in fucking history. Like,
who was that?
Make it make sense.
Still doing narco shit, or is he? Or did he just decide he's a very old man?
But he obviously
I don't know why he
got up enough money to get himself a pardon, though.
Yeah, I'm sure it was money.
Why not?
Oh, it's definitely fucking money. That was found out at the end of his first term.
How much money
man.
has that guy got to influence a billionaire?
My man, did you not hear that the Venezuelan oil money sold from the tanker?
I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about the guy he
put by
pardoned,
Trump into a personal account in Qatar that is not part of the U.S. Treasury.
Now you're
talking
out your ass.
Go look
it up.
Hey, 1 second. Got a question. They found exactly what in Iraq? Remember, he was no, because we had this conversation just a couple weeks ago up here, right? And wasn't it who was it that just said that we found something in Iraq?
I did. Chuck.
Okay, so you sure it was we found chemical weapons or precursors to chemical weapons?
Chemical weapons, the ones that did, the ones that didn't get moved.
To that was either sarin, wasn't it?
Right? Yeah, they've used a bunch.
That's supposed everybody was using on his people was sarin gas, and then remember the incubator babies too.
We found the busted remnants of what we sold him.
Yeah,
where'd it come from?
Yeah,
right.
Which is not what we were looking for.
I'm sorry, guys. You need to understand something. You guys need to understand something. America are the terrorists. You know that, right?
Then get the fuck out of here, Tim.
There are no other terrorist states on Earth. America is the terrorist state.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I don't buy that at all. Sorry.
No, they are.
Then move.
I mean, come on, man.
Prove they're not. Where's the other terrorist state? If it's not America, what's the
Look what happened to
state?
Iraq. We sold them weapons, then invaded them because they had the weapons. We sold them.
Which America has done over and over, including World War II Yahtzees. They sold most of that stuff to them. George Bush's grandfather sold them stuff. IBM sold them stuff. But you guys all worship those people, don't ya? Because guess what you guys are? Terrorist worshipers. That's what you people are. And the sooner you realize that, we can start fixing this world. But you're not going to be able to have the moral. I just woke up
for this. You're not going to be able to have the moral high ground to tell anyone else on earth what they can or can't do. And that's why right now, even though I agreed with the deportations and stuff like that, right? Now, everyone's done with you, even your own citizens. So now you guys have one of two choices. Keep thinking that you're cool and can do whatever you want, or your own people are going to kill you.
Is 10th done with his wake and bake rant?
No, I haven't done it. I mean, had a
Good
copy
morning,
of it.
10th man.
Your own people are going to kill you. The other countries aren't going to have to. China ain't gonna. No one else is gonna. They don't need to. Your own people are either going to put you in jail or kill you. That's what's going to happen. It's going to happen within the next year, probably. They're done.
God.
Your own citizens are
goodness.
done with you. That's why Flo shut his shit down last
I
night.
think we're still too comfortable
Because he's sick and tired of you fucking terrorists scaring his kids. He said it. He's tired of you people sending your fucking armed agents out there to attack people that you allowed into the country. You understand that? But you don't.
Uh-oh. Did we lose him?
Somebody crapped out.
Rant that broke the internet.
He was
man.
Your own people are going to kill you. Your own people.
Really, they are?
Okay. Cool story, bro.
Within
You're
the
killing
next
them.
year.
You're killing them.
No, we're not.
Why does
Yeah,
your
you are.
tie? Hold on.
I watched
hold
an
on a
ICE
second.
agent
Why
shoot a
does,
lady in the face 3 times.
why does your tiger look like it's got Down syndrome or something?
That's Down syndrome tiger.
Because it's spits. Hi, I'm a product of America. I'm Kenny the retarded tiger.
Wow, you did that on
Jeff,
purpose.
man, that's awesome.
That's classic. I love it. I love it. I love you, 10th man. As much as a ding dong as you are sometimes, I truly love you.
Mm-hmm.
You are very kind, Sarah.
You are awesome, Jeff, man.
Yeah.
So anybody who thinks that I'm wrong, I'll go live after this. You bring your evidence. I'll bring mine, and I'll beat you the fuck down like I have anybody who's ever come up against me with words. Every time you people come on the internet, you run your mouth for 6 fucking years, and every time you bitches come back groveling and saying, 10th man, you were right. So, number one, won't you put your fucking identity out there, put your fucking face out there, and don't change your fucking name and your avatar in a year or 3 years so I can fucking find you? Because that's what you people fucking do. I'm right here.
I've been using this avatar for 6 years
Flip
now.
your fucking cameras on. Let's
I'll give
all
some
put our
very
fucking
specific-
shit on the goddamn fucking table and not use anonymity. Let's do that.
I don't have a camera.
Goddamn
Oh,
sexy to be anonymous.
I like being
As he's
anonymous.
up here with an
Sorry.
avatar.
yeah, right.
Everyone knows who I am.
Everyone
I
knows who
I know
I
you're
am.
afraid of it. It just looks bad when you're sitting there yelling at someone for not camming up. You're not.
Yeah, and I'll be on my other camera in a minute. Yep.
But you're asking me to cam up. I do not own a webcam.
Cam up.
I
Cam
don't
up. I'm cammed up right now, bro. Cam up.
don't own a camera, ding dong.
Oh, isn't that convenient? So you don't have a cell phone, a tablet, nothing. You're just using fucking coconuts?
You have to do it.
Liar. So now, not only are you a terrorist sympathizer, you're also a liar.
I'm not a liar. Prove I have a camera, motherfucker.
I don't even know who the fuck you are.
Exactly. So how you can always say I
Who
don't
is
have.
this right now? Is this Effigy? Jason? Who is this?
It's your.
Who's talking right now?
Hey, you leave
You're
me out of
talking
this.
with Ant.
Oh,
You
fuck
know what? Maybe
Are you
we'll leave
serious
you
right
in,
now?
Ant.
Is that where this? Oh my god! You should have gave it a minute, Sarah, till I got on my regular. Hi, Ant. You fucking dimwit.
I'm not a dimwit. I don't have a camera. Fuck off.
I'm
not gonna buy a camera just because someone like you is gonna complain that I don't have a camera.
You gotta fucking start molting off.
What? I I heard about like half of what you said. I'm like legit not trying
That's
to.
because I'm switching between devices and shit.
All right,
or
give me a second.
hotspot.
Let me know when you're ready. Let me know when you're ready.
I am ready.
All right, so
I
you're
said,
good now?
why would you mouth off at me when I'm mostly on your side?
Because I like you and it's fun to just fuck with you.
Right, but you understand that this is not a game, right?
No, that part is ridiculous. I think you're extrapolating and reading way too much into things, and maybe
Am I?
putting a little bit of wish fulfillment in there. I don't know, but I just can't take that kind of shit seriously.
What kind of shit?
Sitting here going, "Oh, you're gonna be killed by your own people." Killed, I say. I'm sorry. It's
January 6th were peaceful protesters. What are you gonna do
not
when
all-
these
not all of
people
them.
start going to people's houses instead of the fucking House of Commons, or what do you guys call it?
I mean, that's
Parliament,
happened
not
already,
Parliament.
right?
What do you guys call it? What doesn't matter? Doesn't matter. What are you gonna do? Because that was all fake, right? Those were people coming just to say, "Hey, you got to stop doing what you're doing."
You're talking about January 6th? Yeah, there were people very angry about what's going on and the fact that they couldn't seek any legal remedies in the courts. So all the cases kept getting thrown out because they kept telling them they didn't lack standing. But like, if you look at the cases, you're like, who could have standing? It was very complicated. I understand the courts are real shy about setting precedent such things.
And so, what are you going to do when they start going to these people's houses instead of going to a public place?
That's happened. What are you talking about? Look at the
no, I'm not talking about you guys' sleeper agents. I'm talking about what are you going to do when 75,000 people show up at someone's house?
That's when's that going to happen? Where and why?
It's happening right now in Minneapolis.
Where?
They're not showing up at people's houses yet, but they're right on the precipice of it.
They were enacting an arrest warrant, and then people showed up to protest them and got in their way.
No, you mean a group of people who are breaking the law.
No,
were being protested against. Yes, ICE has broken the law numerous times.
Those officers were
numerous
not.
times.
What law were those?
Doesn't matter. They're part of a rogue organization that, as far as I'm concerned, are
I can't
terrorists.
take you seriously.
They have the same clown uniform on. They have the same clown uniform on. I watched one member of this group shoot a lady in the face, and rather than when she started moving the car, trying to jump out of the way, reached for his gun and started firing. Play it in slow motion. Play it at 0.25. Play it at 0.25, and you tell me. I'm going live. I'll go live after this. I'm going to shut up. You go ahead and talk as much as you want. I'll go live after this. Bet you won't fucking come. Go ahead.
Why would I? We're here now. If we want to talk about it, we can talk about it here. We're put together.
Because I don't have control of it, and I'm not going to fucking take over Sarah's show and put screens up and shit. We'll watch all the videos you want. I'll go live as long as you want. No matter if it's 14, 18, 20 fucking hours. We'll go as long as you want.
Why?
Because I'll prove you wrong.
I don't care.
Right. You don't care. You don't even care if people fucking die. And I just proved my point. People like you don't care if people die. So just remember,
I can't take it seriously.
if they don't kill people within a year or whatever the hell, when the Democrats get in next election or the election after that, and they start throwing people like you in jail as a terrorist, I don't want to hear you crying then either.
Good luck with that. I mean, there's no way they're going to get that to actually get any kind of fucking
all right.
momentum.
We thought that this was going to happen either.
Yeah, apparently you saw the video different than other people. That's all I can.
Yes, everyone who saw the video saw what they wanted
it.
to see. Everyone who saw the video saw what they wanted to see.
It's not even just that video.
Right,
There have been videos
right.
coming out every day since. If you're not keeping up with it, like there's shit happening all the time there.
Yeah, regular Americans, legal citizens being
Interfering?
arrested being arrested and then without charge being released down the road. Like the one we watched, Chuck. I understand they didn't show it after the fact, but that doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's doctored.
How do you get released?
I just want
Where
to
are the body
say,
cams?
I just looked up Kenny the White Tiger's dysfunctional life. And
I'm telling you right now, if you try to tell me it's too sad, that makes it funnier.
It is. It's a really sad story.
Go ahead, Dexter.
Horrible. Like he actually looks like he has Down's. Like I didn't know that Down syndrome
Yes.
could be like something that animals get and actually present with those features too.
Well,
Yeah,
in
I mean,
nature,
not
a
actual
lot
Down
of times
syndrome.
those things die quickly. In a
Yeah,
natural
this one
this
said
do
that
not survive.
Kenny actually lived pretty long for an animal that is a subject of inbreeding.
I lived a very
Yep,
happy life
inbreeding
there.
does it.
But he didn't
Yeah.
live. He lived because people fed him. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, in nature, his
Yeah.
mom probably would have rejected him.
Yeah,
They
he would
had
have
to-
died. He would have
Just
died
let him
shortly
out
after birth.
They had to cut up antelope and put it in a
He would
blender for me.
treated like the runt.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean,
we have
this-
to deal
this
with
is
that.
how
Even
nature
in
is.
farm animals, they do that kind of shit. Farm
They
animals,
fed me like a
and most
bird.
of the time, if the mother rejects the animal and you try to save it, it ends up like this: that you find out that animal wasn't right, that mom was rejecting it for a reason.
Wow.
I mean,
animals.
all Down syndrome is trisomy 21, which is one of your pairs of chromosomes is lacking one of them.
I mean, to be fair,
So
people
it
did this too.
makes
before
sense
we
that
understood
animals
what
would
it
have
was
it
and how to
too.
deal with it.
Mm.
Well, you understand, FG, there's certain people who don't think humans are animals. I think it's
Yeah.
bizarre, but there's a lot of people who feel that way.
Mm.
I don't think we're animals.
It does make sense that you would see them less because they would be
I
more
mean-
likely to die quickly.
I
Definition-
suppose.
Oh, yeah.
I suppose the
Definitionally-
big problem is to maintain these pure white ones. They're having inbreeding. It's been overhyped in media so much. It's a normal part of animal keeping. It's a normal part of plant keeping. But the thing is understanding there's limits to it. So if you have like a herd sire that has super strong genetics,
So many jokes. Sorry.
it's good. I understand that because people don't actually look into the science of things.
Yeah.
You have a super strong herd sire.
I told my
It's
sister.
going to cover the herd. It'll do it usually at about 6
no
to
big
7
deal.
years. That herd sire, that genetics are going to start falling off, and you need to bring in a different herd sire after like 6 or 7 years. But a real dominant one will hold the herd for a while.
Yeah, it's like running
there's certain number
thoroughbred.
of generations that can just survive inbreeding to that
Just so
extent.
the right person gets the credit, Beth found this and played it on Flo's, and I said, Flo either makes this the mascot of his show or I'm gonna. So that's the mascot of 10th Man Show.
Well, shout out to Kenny and his little stubby nose. I can't believe
Kenny,
just
the restarted tiger.
that just makes me sad to see.
Me too.
like it is hard
Especially
to not
knowing
laugh
the story.
though.
It killed the joke for me once I read about him. I was like,
Yeah, I legit thought this was a made up picture, right?
I'm not gonna stop.
Nope.
I didn't know
I didn't tell you
that
to.
I didn't know that animals could also have Down syndrome. Like it just, and also have that appearance, like that Down syndrome look. You know what I mean? Like
I've
in
been
my
dating
brain,
a fox lately.
It used to be a very common thing to take those
Wait.
deformed animals
With the power of AI.
put them in a jar. People
We
used to
can
find
find
out
those
what they
when
look
they were
like.
babies all
That's
the time.
how sideshows were created.
Yeah, they called them pickle punks, and they would put them in formaldehyde, and they did it to humans too. Fucking George Bush's mom, she brought home a pickle punk, and he had to carry it in his lap. Fucked up, right? But they used to do this with all kinds of different mutant animals, like when they're born like this, deformed. They don't try and keep them alive like we do today, and they used to just put them in jars of formaldehyde and put them in freak shows and shit.
That's probably because it's a little
Yeah,
inhumane.
Lieutenant Mark shows.
I didn't hear what you said, Alexander.
I said probably because it's a little inhumane to keep them alive.
Probably.
Yeah, they aren't going to have a good life. You know, a lot of times, like two-headed animals or that's fairly common.
Oh,
that shouldn't talk about ant like this.
Like you see if you join Facebook groups where you see these housewives that are raising animals like as like just their hobby, they'll do some real crazy things. Like you'll see chickens with real bad scissor beak where their beak is one side one way and one's going the other way, and they can't properly eat food, and they'll be there just kind of giving them food and whatnot. And that bird, they never last long. You know, you can get them to survive for a while, but they don't thrive, and they just live a kind of miserable life that you force it.
It's torture.
Yeah, it's torture. I 100% agree. It's you're better off just taking it out, and if you can't, like a lot of times I'll just go out and shoot things. That's it.
Yep. That's all you can do.
Give it a good clean death and call it good.
Yeah. I use a 30-30, so that way there's no question. It's not gonna.
What's that thing they get on their feet, their claws, Balderson?
Oh, Bumblefoot.
Yeah.
What is
I
that?
had one that got that real bad, and I tried, but there was no, so I just put it down.
Yeah. It's
they get these huge bumps on their claws, their legs.
What happens is they hit the ground too hard a lot of times, like they jump off of something too high or they hit a sharp rock, and it creates a spot in there, and then it gets like there's a little seed inside of that. It's like a wart, and it's got a seed, and it'll make their whole foot swell up just huge.
Oh,
and you've got to try and get all that gunk out, and you got to make sure you get that seed out, or the thing will just keep coming back over and over. And end of the day, most people, birds are like $5. Like
that sounds like some nightmares I've had.
I had one chicken that was stupid enough, decided to look up while it was raining.
Yeah.
It drowned.
Was that one of those fast growing? It's the fast growing ones that do that shit. It's not the heritage ones. It's the ones like they'll tell you that there's no such thing as a Franken chicken, but there absolutely is. And those things grow to full size inside 6 months. And then they start just falling apart. And those things are mean and dumb as shit.
What is it? Chickens don't have nostrils. That's why when they look up into the rain, they end up drowning.
They drown
because
themselves.
they're breathing the water in through their mouth and through the beak.
Yeah.
I had one that was quite stupid.
Yeah,
I call them zombies. My little zombies. They'll follow you around like.
I call it "What's for dinner."
I was just gonna say, like, they're just making it easier for you. You know, you're getting chicken nuggies for dinner.
I don't know. I don't know if I would eat something that stupid.
It takes I have to go through a ritual if I got to kill one of them, and it's like, oh man, well, you get attached to the little suckers. You know, you give them names and all kinds of shit.
That was your first mistake.
Yep.
They
Call them 1, 2, 3, 4.
Chickens got wild personalities, and they can recognize 50 different people, and they'll react entirely differently depending.
You're right about that.
I like chickens.
I used to have this one, and it was a Polish, so she had this big poof of hair like a perm, and for whatever reason, she just loved sitting on my lap, and she'd come to town with me and everything. I'd drive around chicken.
That's how you get salmonella.
Yeah, well, you know, the salmonella is going to have to fight off the toxoplasmosis.
Yeah,
I'm all right.
Thank you. That's probably the least of his problems.
Yeah,
true.
I currently have like 6 different flavors of shit on me, you know, and I you know, I'm all right.
Then I had a chicken jumped the fence and got in with the ducks and wanted to stay there with the ducks. Every time I put him back, he jumped back over, go with the ducks.
10th man, are you planning on going live?
Probably. Why are you
shutting
down?
Hey, bro.
We got about 15 more minutes left, and then if you're gonna continue to go live and run open panel, then if you set up on your end, I can go ahead and set up the raid, and then we can just continue on over.
10th, you gotta move your camera down. We can see.
I actually need to go. Oh, I need to go to sleep.
Good night,
Alexander. Would you like to give your final thoughts or tell everyone to fuck off or whatever?
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone, fuck off. Sarah, amazing.
Thank you.
Being out again.
Aw, so glad to have you back, Alexander.
Yeah, it's been a month, and a half.
Move your camera, Tent. I want to see your chest.
What?
All right. Thanks, guys.
Good night, Alexander.
Night.
Good night.
Oh, Beth, you finally decided to join us, huh?
Oh my god, I took a
Oh,
nap.
look at the kitty.
I'm actually glad I didn't wake up when I was trying to wake up because the weather's super bad here, and I've got to keep the fire going tonight.
Isn't that nice of me for not call you and then just go to sleep?
My kid woke me up, and I said, "Yep, I'm up,"
Oh,
and I actually wasn't up.
yeah, that's what I mean. I just said she's obviously tired. Let her
Yeah,
sleep.
you're burning wood. You got to watch it. Otherwise, that fire go out on you, and you're all of a sudden it's ice cold.
Oh,
we let our fire go out every night. Our bedroom's a loft above the main house. We just have like one basically big room and we have a loft upstairs, and we let ours go out. Like ours has been out for almost an hour, 2 hours, or else we overheat upstairs.
See,
Heat rises. That makes sense.
See, I'll let it go out and let the furnace take over sometimes, but like when it's really bad, the furnace will just run nonstop. So, and propane is too expensive. So,
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
We don't have natural gas in the area that I live in. So,
yeah, we're just wood, period. So I got to put up like 8 cords of wood.
yeah, I go through about that every year for 3-bedroom house. Not bad, actually.
We cook, so it's a small house, but we also cook with it. And then also, like in the winter, we use it to heat our water a lot of times. Like we take cowboy baths and whatnot.
Yep.
Nice.
Cowboy,
Nice.
we call them whore bath.
Yeah, when the
Yep.
power goes out, I can cook on my stove, which is very, very helpful.
Yeah, ours has an oven and everything.
Oh, you got the good one.
Yeah, I ordered it from Italy.
Whoa.
I want
How
one
much
of
did
those.
that cost you?
3,500. It's got like a whole system to make the flame dance up around the oven part, so you can either make it go straight back because you don't want to heat up the oven, or you can make it go across the oven. It's so cool.
Oh, okay.
Nice. I feel like we need like a video of this at some point.
For
Yeah,
real.
In the Discord, if you do one, upload it in the Discord and tag me so I can come see that.
I
I'll do it
love
tomorrow
the
when it's
old
going.
fashioned. I love the old fashioned stoves and like refrigerators from the like 50s. I'm like freaking obsessed with them. I want one so bad. They're so cool. Like the whole drawer, the whole shelves will pull out or swivel out, and like just refrigerators used to be badass. Not
So
anymore.
And sturdy.
Just FYI, that's set up, but I'm not doing ice as far as I know. If Beth's coming,
I'm
we're
coming.
we're doing what we're doing then.
I don't know. I'll do whatever.
Well, we all
Do you have the link to the Andrew debate and that 12-year-old autistic kid?
Yeah, I can get it.
Yeah, thanks.
What, Chrissy?
12-year-old.
I was just gonna say we also use the stove to hang our laundry. Like I have ropes hanging up like right by the loft where we just hang the laundry and dry it right there. So yeah, that stove is everything for us in the winter. It's great.
Oh yeah, I have
Nice.
racks too because it keeps my house is so fucking dry. Like my skin will start cracking and stuff. So
Oh,
if
we always kept a kettle on top of the stove.
Yeah, we've got big pots of canning
Yep.
pots all the time, and that's dishwater too. And yeah,
Yep.
Yep.
Keep
Why
the
pay-
moisture
why
in the
pay
hair.
for propane? We're already running the wood stove. Why pay for propane? I'm a fucking ninja with a chainsaw.
Yep.
That makes sense.
I didn't buy no wood this year, unfortunately, but hopefully the cold doesn't last too long.
I live out deep in the woods, in the forest, out in the mountains. I just chainsaw. I got a couple. I got a steel 461, and this one's my normal one that I.
Is it your woods?
Well, about 50 acres of it is.
Nice.
Oh damn!
I'm in farm countries, but I have friends right up the road who have a tree business, and they hook me up very nicely during the winter. I'm
We
so
have a bunch of sawmills around here. You can go hit them up for scraps a lot of times if you're really needing wood. They'll load you up with the scrap.
Yeah.
I've been meaning to get a couple of large
shut down in California. All the beef plants they shut them all down. That's part of why. That's one of the big things when they talk about price of beef. It's not that we don't have the beef. It's that they shut down all the processing plants. There is just a tiny handful of processing plants at this point. And obviously hauling cows, especially when diesel down here has been like $6.50, $7.50.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Like you can't pay to haul nothing.
Canada too. Yep, it's around that.
Hell, I just filled up on gas for $1.90, $1.91.
It's still almost. It's like 3.30.
Damn.
Down to me. The Indian Res has it for 2.40 though. So like I'm headed out there next week to fill up. But yeah, it's still
red. 10th man. Here's what we'll do. Because 10th man, your show has to be live for my raise to send it over.
No, just when.
Why don't I go ahead and let you make your final thoughts at least, and then we can. That way you can start doing what you need to do while everybody else is going around. Would you like to do that?
I'll meet you guys over there. Sorry for yelling. I first wake up and I forget that I don't need to yell at people anymore. I apologize. And if anybody wants to come over, we're not doing ice. We're doing something else.
God.
We're fun. No, we're
Thank
doing.
God. I'm so sick of this ice.
I don't think Dusty's going live. That's why I'm going live. And I'm doing the review of Andrew debating that dude that I thought was 12, but apparently he's 22. So,
okay.
Yes. See you guys over there.
I'll start getting that link.
Dude, Fourth Wise Man, I want to get a biogas system out behind my place. This is the methane waste ingesters. Fantastic. Then you don't even have to pay for propane or nothing. And especially on the farm here, I'll throw the pig shit in there and a few other things. Oh, you bet. You start.
Really?
Methane is almost exactly the same as propane.
And you can create your own via trash.
Hook your sewage up to it. You just take it, your own poop making.
So it's like recycling your own shit, literally.
Yep.
Yeah.
Those things
And
are
it'll
brilliant.
create heat. Best thing you can do is keep a pile of it in like your greenhouse. It'll heat your whole greenhouse.
Yep.
What?
Yep.
It'll also catch on fire if you're not careful.
Yep.
I've had that happen.
Those natural ways are you have to know what you're doing for these natural ways, like that. The way that they talk about off-gridding and homesteading on the internet and making it out like you can just run out of your apartment out of the city and just have the same exact life.
Yeah.
Pay bills. You're like, yeah, you dipshits. Like, just because I'm not paying a bill to the water company, that's because I spend probably 15 hours a month maintaining my water system that it took me a month to put together and get straight and everything else. And the same applies for my electrical systems, like that. Like maybe it was last time or the time before, I just all of a sudden was gone off the panel. That's because my generator shit out. So I'm the one that's got to go out there and figure out what's going on and fix it and blah, blah, blah. I'm just not paying other people to do those things. So instead of my hours working for somebody else, I do the same things, providing the same things you're paying money for, but I do it myself. The work still has to be done though.
Right. Yeah, it's not a fucking vacation.
Oh, no. Hell no. Hell no.
It's constant work. But
these people that claim, like ballers are talking about, everyone go out and grow your own food. That ain't gonna happen. Number one, a lot of people ain't got a clue how to grow something. Number two, once they realize the work and effort that goes into it, they're like, fuck this, I'm going to the grocery store.
Yep.
Well, yes and no. I mean, that thankfully it's like I know how to grow food, and thank God I do, because where I live and everything else in my life, I mean, it's too expensive, right? But then I think the bigger problem what comes down to, like I said, it's just a constant work.
Yes, it's constant.
Where it's either starve or just work all the time. You do what you need to do to survive.
Right, that's right.
That's why I want to grow like my own herbs and fruits and stuff, because like
Do
the lettuce and cabbage and stuff, that's cheap at the grocery store.
And it's it's like it's so much like lettuce is so better if you freshly pick it. And like if I buy a bag of lettuce from the store, it's gonna go bad in my refrigerator because the amount like we're not gonna somehow we know just like fucking bananas. Like everybody wants bananas until we have them, and then they don't want to eat the bananas, and then I'm left
They go
with
rot.
bananas that go bad.
That's when you get chickens and you just give it all to them as right before it's like too bad. But everybody needs to learn that like
that's another
lettuce,
stage.
celery, potatoes, there's all kinds of food. Like lettuce, you cut off the top, use what you're going to use, put the rest in a bowl of water. It'll grow roots and regrow itself nonstop. As long as you're picking off of it, it'll keep growing. So if you do it right, you can buy lettuce once, like maybe once a month, once every 2 months, and then just keep the plant going. Same thing for celery and a lot of other plants.
And with the greens, then when you really get into it, what you start learning is those things naturally outside grow. That's going to be best in spring. By the time those things get large, they start getting to their seeding stage. They don't taste good anyways. Everything starts
bitter.
Getting bitter. So that's your early spring. And then you understand that you have other things that are going to come, like your tomatoes and whatnot are going to start coming ripe in the middle of the summer and extend to fall. And then you have your summer squash, things like that. And then you have your fall squash and all your fall fruiting things. And you start planting and working around that and understanding it. And like for me, like I was explaining this to Sarah, that we have to grow, like we make all of our own sauces. We eat spaghetti probably 2 or 3 times a week. And we eat pizza homemade pizza 2 or 3 times a week. So we need red sauce for 6 meals. That means at least 2 of the large, mason jars like this size.
Yep.
And that means that I need to process enough of those, and that's every week times 52 weeks is 104 jars of sauce. You need to add on, some are going to go bad. You might use a little more. So let's go with 150 jars. Now I've got to process enough tomatoes, throw in peppers and spices and whatnot to make it taste good and make it a proper red sauce, and then put that away. So all that has to be pre-planned, understanding what you're gonna need just to come out with that bulk.
Yeah, I did about 400 pounds of tomatoes. Oh, that was a chore.
It is. I just have a big like army pot that's just during the summer. It's constantly going on the stove, cycling through tomatoes, and I'll do a combination of canning and freezing. Because at least with the freezing, you're not going to lose it, and you can break that down per meal. You can break it down in all. What's up?
Finish your sentence, then we're gonna get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, you go to bed, Mama.
I'll be the first one to say it. If no one's told you they love you today, I love you.
Oh, thank you. I can feel my voice going out again.
Sleep
All
well.
right, everyone, do a quick. You have a quick 10-second closing. Carney, go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is Carney's Ride. That's it. That's all. I hope you had a ball, but Carney's Ride is now over.
Thank you, Carney. Effigy to you, sir.
People need to get out of their bubble. They need to see what's happening to people around them, act like humans, have empathy for other people, and see suffering when it's happening right in front of their face. Everybody have a good night.
Thank you, Effigy. Ant, go.
Fuck off.
I love it. Balderson, what is that?
This is our tomato tunnel. This is actually 3 side-by-side 16-foot by 4-foot panels, and it's all tomatoes. And then most of what you can see around there is tomatoes in the background too. That's kind of our tomato area.
Nice.
Mixed in. But Christy can walk through that, no problem.
Fair enough. All right, 10-second out. Go.
Benjamin Balderson, come over and watch Uncle Ted Talks. We'll talk more about operating and not being sucking up to the government. Love you guys.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Balderson. All right, I'm rating you over to the 10th man. I believe he's gotten started already. No ICE conversation. It appears they want to review a debate between Andrew Wilson and a 12-year-old, which I actually think is kind of funny because, like, is he so desperate now that he's going down to high school graduates instead of college kids? I don't know. All right, everyone. Thank you again for joining tonight on our what should have been Throwdown Thursday is now going to be tomorrow night. If Admiral Gibbs is feeling better, we'll see you back tomorrow night for the Democrats and fraud conversation. And I have a feeling it's going to be a wild one, so buckle the fuck up. Otherwise, I will see you back here Monday night for sure for another open panel grab bag topic. I love these. We'll never get rid of these. Now fuck off.
A long time ago, in a YouTube world full of keyboard warriors, many monsters and trolls lurked in the chat rooms. They thrived on arguments amongst each other until one day, a heroine rose from the ashes. She was made from the tears of beta bitches and the sweat of alpha male gym guys. Throughout the centuries, this keyboard warrior princess showed up in many forms. She slayed many demons along the way. By the light of the moon, she led the simp army into battle. Wielding her sword, she fought through the dark forests. With each new era, the monsters evolved. The keyboard warrior princess grew stronger, with new skills to bring them down. The world around her advanced, but so did she. Her heroism became known to society as technology advanced, and with each new generation, she had to learn how to blend in to keep her identity hidden. Now known as the Raging Tomato, this keyboard warrior princess fights for justice in every debate. She fights for freedom, for moderator bias, and she fights for your ability to battle on an open panel for your beliefs. She protects the simp troopers from destruction. She fights to create peace among troll wars. She storms the battle zones without hesitation and leaves the battleground with her pockets full of souls. Are you ready to battle your fellow trolls? Are you ready for a moderator to give you time to talk? Are you ready for justice, peace, and a fair fight? Tune in every Monday night to watch your friends duke out their issues, or join the open panel so that you can fight the good fight and find resolution with your peers.